2, 3, showtime. What's good, y'all? Welcome to the world's greatest podcast on the planet, Gas Mask Tribe TV podcast, where we filter out that bull. And yes, I am your host, along with my two great hosts of this motherfucking show, Big Notice and Miss Angel B. How you doing?
What's up?
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Something going on with my internet. I don't know if I'm like I gotta move somewhere. I gotta reattach.
It's not like last time. I can tell you that.
Going on, but people, I'll be right back with you. I'm gonna let them take it over for right now. I'll be right back. 30 seconds. Chill. 1, 2, 3, showtime.
What up, though, girl?
What's up? Sorry, I'm like looking crazy.
Oh man, I love the hair.
Oh yeah, that's what it took me so long. I was getting it done. You know, I can't rock the natural. It's too hot. It's too hot. I gotta keep it braided.
So what's up? How was your weekend?
Yo, it was a blur. I'm trying to remember it. Yeah, it went so quick. Like I've been like when I say is a girl has been popping, I don't know. They loving it out here. But shit, I am so sorry. Like all the people that come and watch here, I am so sorry. I just been going. A girl had allergic reaction, so I was looking like the elephant woman, and then just I fell asleep on my guys last time because you know the time difference. So I'm trying to do better.
Hey, it is. You know, we gonna make it happen to make it pop. Well, thank you everybody for tuning into the Gas Mask Tribe TV podcast where we filter out that bull. There's a lot to unpack for the weekend, man. Did you catch the BET Awards?
Okay, so they look trash. Let's talk about it. This is like so. You know they're starting a show out with Jada, which was Little Baby's baby mama.
Right.
They got Des DR, that is Future's girlfriend. They got Moneybag Yo's girl, Ari. They got the dude that do their hair.
Okay.
And then they got this other chick that is signed on to the same person as Lil Baby.
So you mean like their appearance?
Yeah, they look like because they're so used to being naked, they don't even know how to dress when it comes to like red carpet, and it looked horrible. Like they're being clowned, or like sis.
Look,
like you guys don't even know how to put clothes on.
Look, I caught a little bit of it. Well, one thing
I'm gonna send it to the inbox real quick so you can kind of because I've been clowning. It was like I just posted on my Facebook, and that was like, so I just dropped it in the inbox. Take a look at that noise. It's like you guys look like fucking superheroes. So what the fuck is that? Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? This is the BET Awards. I miss the BET Awards when it used to be Mary. It used to be all like, you know what I'm saying, when they used to dress fly.
Right. You're right.
When the light-skinned chick was the chairman. She wasn't having none of that shit.
Not that shit you gonna see in the Fifth Element movie, huh?
She wasn't having none of that shit. The light-skinned BT owner, whatever her name, the one that used to come up there and talk with the little Jerry curl, it looked like she had some Indian. She came from the ancestors that used to be in the big house. So her, when she had it was a dress code. You hoes had the dress for the BET Awards. We not gonna do none of that.
Apparently somebody missed a memo.
Yeah, somebody did. So yeah, so they look like fucking, I don't know, superheroes.
Man, Biz talk about this shit all the time. Biz, how was your
upset about that?
So I'm glad you're feeling better, Miss Angel. Good to have you back, man.
Yeah, I'm ready. Ready to talk my shit.
What you eating?
Piss off some people. You know, start of everybody's Monday.
What you got there? You munching up?
So
on Xbox.
I'm like I said, as I just started to get in my hair. So I had to cook. So you know, your girl cooks. I cook for real. So this is a pasta chicken penne with homemade garlic bread, and yeah, look at that penne.
Okay, I see you.
And then homemade sauce. It ain't the ragu. I don't know what the fuck y'all eat, but this is like heavy whipping cream and mozzarella. But yes. So what you guys been up to? I missed y'all.
We've been good, man. We went good. We, thankful for everybody tuning in. Really appreciate you guys. That's Mass Tribe. To everyone tuning in. Man, I had a pretty good, weekend so far. Of course, I know the BET weekend was, crazy and people was watching. I'm not too really big on. I'm in LA, so we see, I was down there. I went to a game. I went to the Sparks game and watched the Sparks game, and they were like building the whole BT stage and all of all that crazy stuff over at LA Live. And so, we saw, but it's just a bunch of, to me, it's just a bunch of hype and everybody's doing payola. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's definitely. Thanks to everybody tuning in. Really appreciate y'all. What's good, Auntie? How you doing, man? Really appreciate
my
you guys.
My question was they okay? That Gardner, what's her face? Not to like get off subject or anything, but she's facing 10 years for some fucking cannabis.
Yeah, Brittany Gardner.
So when you talked about the Sparks is the NBA, the women's group, women's basketball team out there, right?
Yeah.
So did they say did they mention anything like pay a tribute or anything? Because that kind of sucks. You but
hey, I tell you this, I didn't see anything. Yeah, man.
Hey, look,
awkward.
No, as far as it goes, nothing happened over there. People have been advocating over here for the NBA, WNBA, her girlfriend. And to be honest, look, she snuck weed into the airport.
It wasn't even weed. It was real weed.
Pen. Yeah, it was an oil pen. I mean, but they laws is they laws, and you, especially with everything going on. I mean, what the fuck can you do?
Why you didn't see the shit going down? Let's go.
Like, right? What are you doing?
On Mindset Mondays, Mindset Mondays, we like to kind of set the tone for people's thinking, blah, all that good stuff. We're going to kind of get right into it in a sense. There's some things that we going to unfold tonight, but I want to talk about this on Marion and Marion. I'm pretty sure a lot of people saw it.
You know what? I haven't saw too much about it. I tried to recap on it, but let me know what's going on with that, bitch.
Yeah, please.
Oh my God! So they have the battles, right? The verses. I don't know if you guys know about the verses, right?
Right.
And
the longest one ever.
Huh?
That was like Aretha Franklin's funeral. God, it was so long.
Yeah. So I want to get to these guys, right?
None of them, but Sammy can sing. No, Sammy was like.
Now, you know what? I did catch Ray J's performance, which was horrible when he sung "One Wish."
I wish he can sing.
I don't know if anybody caught that.
You stupid! I wish he can sing. Pleasure P did his thing. You know what I mean? And Bobby V did it. I think Bobby V had a great performance. Honestly,
did you?
I think Bobby V did his thing, but people were still looking bad at R&B music. You know what I mean? Like, if this is where R&B music is going, golly, this is crazy. But
it is.
Sammy did his thing, but to me, Sammy kept
Jeremiah. He let me down. He let me down.
This nigga
he
let you down.
Jaheim.
Oh yeah.
The Mount House Club was my shit. I want to be on a private jet doing some shit. Now I don't
listen to that old ass nigga no more.
But that song was a shit.
I mean, her bracket in about 5 to 10 years up, they do.
Let me take you to my club. Hey.
But I really understood like how cats really be throwing their accolades out there. I mean, these cats be like, oh, I got 2 #1 hits. What you got? And the dude be like, well, I got 30 #1 hits, but like they put us on the stage to versus each other. You know? But and a lot of it was like a fake artistry in the sense of rapping. I mean, singing and shit like that. I don't think it was that good. As far as performance. Orion though. What
about Marion?
I think Marion.
That nigga, he fired.
Mario. Huh?
I think after his friend slept with his baby mama, it took his voice. I'm just gonna give him an excuse.
No. All right,
so they were backup dancers.
Look, let me give y'all some insight.
Give me some. Hold on. Where's your watermelon at? I'm
not about to eat no watermelon.
That nigga had a whole watermelon. That nigga was put on his show.
Hey, Adrian, do you think
what's on your mind?
About
that nigga had a watermelon? He did. I ain't lying. He had a watermelon.
You know why he did that though?
You
know why he did
sex playing the water.
Do you know why he did that?
He should have got a neck bone. I needed a neck bone. That would have been off the gristle. Hold on. You can get up in there. You know, a little meat between the neck bone. That's what I want to see.
Who brought the watermelon? Is my question.
He is. Okay,
so check. Look. The watermelon came about because of his brother. His brother went viral eating watermelon. And that's how the watermelon thing came about. And so he brought it on the stage and to show that, like, we are that status quo. Like, and so even though I don't think
that watermelon too sexual. Fuck that.
I don't think, but it went along with his song. And people don't understand that Marion is a performer. Mario is not a performer. I'm more into entertainment. And Mario is not entertainment to me. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
They're about to kick off the new season of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. That's what that shit was for. You see Ray J eating a cup of noodles at the BET Awards? Like people, I'm with Walt.
So I definitely like me. Me and Walt go back and forth with this because we love entertainment and we love entertainers and shit like that. But I'm really understanding how you have performers and then you have singers, you have entertainers, and then you have just people who sing their songs.
So what do you put Mario as? Just watch your mouth. Look.
He just sings a song. He ain't no fucking entertainer. I'll battle with anybody on that shit.
I want to be your friend.
Mario is not an entertainer. He's a singer.
That nigga, like, he's like Tank. He's a singer. He's a vocalist. That nigga, like, he can sing. That boy can sing. Like Sexual Chocolate.
Oh, Mario?
Yeah.
Mario. Yeah, he can sing.
Well, that boy can sing.
Yeah, he got look.
You see when Tank came out? Nobody was doing all that. He didn't have to bring no watermelon out.
No idea what
you're talking about, but watermelon is delicious.
Delicious. That it is. Now, all you do is gotta go Google Marion with the watermelon, and you'll see exactly what we're talking about.
Orion. His name is Orion.
I think his name is Marion. He done change his name when he get older.
No, listen.
Yeah, don't change that shit when you're 35, nigga.
No, listen. His brother name is Orion, and his name is Omarion.
Right.
And his brother is the one that went viral. So you go look up Orion eating watermelon, not Omarion. You won't find it.
Oh, but the topic of conversation came up because of Marion.
See, I'm with Walt.
Like what I talk about.
That's what the women got out of it. That's what the women got out of it. You can talk what the fuck you want to talk. I got a hooter, and I can tell you, Walt's Yes, that's what we gotta. We even had our chat for the last 2 days about this shit.
It's the same thing when a woman eats a nano or a popsicle stick, huh? Or a big stick.
That nigga new name is O'Melon.
Marion.
O'Melion. But I mean, I really had Omarion's back because, you know what I mean, we come from like the same area and shit like that. But did he get beat in the singing? Yeah, there was some flat notes there.
So out of all four, you pick Bobby V?
Out of all four, I would pick Bobby V. I would take Bobby V all day. Now, if it was not if it was out of Omarion and Mario, I would still choose Omarion.
I don't see them there. Oh, what? I see. Yeah, I'm not finna do this. This is Monday with you. You can have that one.
He going.
Nope. The devil's alive.
He going based on the
Mario can't sell out no arenas though. He can't sell out like, you know what I mean.
I mean, how many hits do you have? I mean, come on, let's be honest.
He don't have hits like Mario. It's the difference.
He don't. I mean,
he does. You know what I mean? I'll make Mario fans upset. If you need Mario fans to be here, man, don't come up in here, man. And then plus that whole Baltimore vibe and how he was like, yeah, LA, blah, blah, blah. Oh, man. Like, hey, Marion told him, hey, man, watch your mouth. Slow it down, my guy. Slow you in LA. Hey, just a long way from B-More.
B-Town is the East Coast of fucking Compton, to be honest.
Huh?
B-More is the East Coast of Compton, to be honest.
They got to get out here, though.
Be more.
Hey, he's out here, though. We can get to him first before he can get to B-More.
Look, all the niggas got more money than me. You have much respect to him, but I feel like this. You know how niggas in the NBA or the NFL, they win a championship ring, and then after that, they're not hungry no more. That's how I felt about those performances. They just like, like, yo, what are you doing? Why are you not performing, my guy? Like, you still getting paid a bunch of money.
Hey, now this is facts. This facts.
That night.
That is facts. Mario had range on him though. Mario knew how to, you know what I mean? He knows how to sing. He knows how to sing at different octaves and
for real
shit. You know what I mean?
And he was too busy changing his outfit.
But Omarion is an entertainer, so it's a difference. It's a big difference. You know what I mean? So I can understand, like Sierra. Sierra's not the most perfect singer. She's not. They put Sierra up there. They're gonna hear a lot of foul notes. But she's an entertainer. She's a, you know what I mean? It's not like there's not a lot of, what's her name? Tiana Taylor. There's not a lot of her. And not a lot of Tiana Taylor that could be entertainers and singers at the same time.
There is it.
And they changed Lizzo into an entertainer, but she's a singer. They changed you to an entertainer.
Even Lizzo, like, much respect to Lizzo. Like I dig her performance, but overall, she can sing. I just wasn't as enthusiastic, but I'm like, oh man, I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting a little bit more. I didn't like the performance overall, but I give her props though, for sure. One of the better performances. What do you think about that?
I like her. I like her person.
You like her what? What'd you say?
Huh? Oh, I said I like her performances. I like the way Lizzo put on performances.
Generally,
you know
yeah.
I like the way she's a good singer. You know what I mean? She puts on a great show. Now she's a little, little strippish, but hey, it's to sell. You know what I mean? So we can understand that.
Hey, she started this work.
She's good.
But she wasn't wanna. That was a theme. Like everybody, like that's what Little Booties was in.
And Lizzo got bars. Lizzo got some bars on her. If people ever listen to Lizzo and listen to her music, the girl got bars.
What do you
The
compare
girl
her
be spitting bars. Huh?
You think she's in a league of her own, or do you compare her to?
I really do. I really do. I think she's in a league of her own. There's not a lot of Lizzos. No, you're right. As far as vocal ranges,
when she showed up to that NBA game with her ass out, I was like, shit. She just do her damn thing. Let her do her damn thing.
I can tell you that.
She could be. Hey, now she could
sure
reach a lot. I don't know. She telling that shit.
Hey, I can tell. Hey,
she be doing some.
Hey, Lizzo's the reason why a lot of BBWs be wearing those tight spandex to the Walmarts. Straight up. Love it.
So, people, I wanted to get kind of like, kind of move with the mindset. I didn't want to do too much of it. Well, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Johnny Depp, 300. What's that, 300 mil?
Yeah.
Yes.
300 million.
You got $300
to play Jack Sparrow.
Don't
the drunken pimp. Look, when I say he should be one, that should be one for the hot boys, the city boys. Listen, I'm gonna clap. He gave one for the city boys. I'm talking about he came through for you. Like, hey.
Excuse me, 301 million.
Yeah, it was 301 million.
Whatever.
Yeah, it was. But come on, he did something for the city boys. Look, when I say he's one man that won an argument and then got paid. Listen.
Well, it's still rumored. It hasn't been solidified yet, but it still is on the table. I mean, after
no, if it's out there, it's out there for Johnny. Johnny, look, they like
I'm good, Morris.
You good.
I mean, stupid paid for
so while T.I. is still trying to fight to get his damn family hustle back on, you know what I'm saying? They just gave this boy 300.1 million.
Right.
So look, he trying to get his family hustle back on for allegation he had a couple of months ago, if you don't recall.
Oh, you talking about T.I.? Yeah.
T.I. Yeah, they cut that shit when it first came out. They didn't even go to trial.
Are you talking about with his son or with that with the girl that he was
with the chick, the cannabis chick?
Right.
She said that they was making her do threesomes and shit and all kind of freaky shit. Hey,
prove it.
You want to hang out with the cool cats? Hey, you took the cool drugs.
You right. You right. No, you right.
Now they don't fuck with you. Now you mad? Okay.
Hey, but 300. I would have thought he wouldn't have took this deal.
I take the one.
Right. What'd you
say,
I
would have thought he wouldn't have took this deal. You know what I mean?
Well, it's first of all, he said he wasn't going to do it because Disney dissed him. So I'm pretty sure he's probably trying to prove a point. Let him know, hey, look, I'm the one that made this fucking movie. After 19 years of Pirates of the Caribbean, he's got to make a statement. So they wasn't gonna come with no punk ass 30 million, 50 million, or even 100 million. They better make it worth his while. Because honestly, Pirates of the Caribbean if Johnny Depp is not in it?
Hey,
that motherfucker got no. Remember the last conversation we had, and we was like, who would you see playing? And I'm like, I can't see nobody playing it other than him. And the name came up, Dwayne Johnson, and I was like, hell no, that would be weird and awkward if Dwayne's playing Jack Sparrow.
Right. Who?
The Rock.
Who said The Rock?
It was rumored that he was going to be the next Jack Sparrow.
No.
Yeah,
that was on the last.
A fucking swole up pirate. Think about that. First of all, pirates are very hungry and starved. Right. So I never seen a buffed ass pirate lifting.
UKTH said this case proved Disney has no loyalty to their actors. They dropped him before finding out if it was true.
Yeah, they didn't want the publicity on their name. Which
me too. They have to jump on it. Me too made a statement.
Yep, they sure did.
Yeah, they got to jump on it.
Everybody.
They got everybody shit.
Hey,
you see what that is?
Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein.
What?
What's the director?
Harvey Weinstein.
Was that his name? The guy? Yeah, so shit, that was it. He was the it guy.
Yeah, but Harvey Weinstein still had pull, and everybody was still fucking with him. So until he got convicted, and
these execs say, yeah, I can't do no jail time. I don't know. What if I drop the soap?
Hey, check this out. Have you seen the whole little thing about Caesar from Black Ink?
Because they done hit the dog with a chair. Lord, if every black person got a videotape on them, what the fuck you just do at your goddamn dog?
Why did you do that? He said it was set up.
You didn't get canceled for beating your daughter in the shower.
Right. Well, that's his daughter. So,
but a dog. Hold on now. Hold up now. Peter got more pull than Black Lives Matter. Like, I'm saying, like, Peter, the dogs, Peter done made a statement to shut shit down before Black Lives Matter. And we still over here trying not to get arrested or beat by the police.
So I didn't wait. Y'all fresh me up. I've been hearing about it, but I didn't see it. I didn't see the video of this altercation that he had. What was the ordeal? What's the ordeal?
Apparently he was going in his house or something like that, and this little dog like kind of ran at him, and he got to grab the chair, and he tried to, hit the dog with the chair. That was the thing. And he's
man dog was a rat.
Right.
He's from New York. That's the size of our rats.
Right. It was a little dog.
You should have me as his PR.
It was a little dog.
Yeah. That's why it's a big deal. That's why I said the big deal. It was a little.
And then the ex-girlfriend leaked the tape. The ex-girlfiend leaked the tape. Like, yo, he's a dog abuser. Evil. And then Donna that he fired, that he fired from the whole Black Ink shit. She's like, yo, y'all better call somebody, like, do something about this shit. The nigga thought it was a rat. He thought it was dark. It was clearly dark.
But doesn't that say something about his PR team? Like, come on, man, your PR team should have been.
Man, I could have got him out of that one. I gotta call him. Fire all of them.
Yeah,
because you from New York. Our rats are the size of pit bulls.
Right.
Like, yo, like we like yo. What I say is.
So apparently, Caesar Emanuel fired from Black Ink crew after dog abuse video goes public.
The dog kept on running. The dog
hold on. I gotta read this. Black Ink crew follows the life of tattoo artist Caesar Emanuel and his team as they navigate their career and personal ventures. As the shop owner, Caesar has become a leader and a friend to many who have grown and respect him as an artist and as a person. Damn, they sure know how to fucking like. Hey, unfortunately, Caesar may be on the verge of a fall of grace. He has been recently come under fire, being recognized in a disturbing video situation. A video surfaced online showing Caesar abusing dogs. These surprising footage was appealing to many who saw it, including VH1, who employs Caesar. They quickly responded to the incident, making the choice to fire him.
My man was getting attacked. He thought he didn't know what the fuck that was. Look, he knows it was a possum.
Your own fucking company. That's one. No, you lost the contract with VH1.
I didn't even know what it was.
Make any sense?
Hey, bring Caesar back. I'm about to do it. Bring Caesar back.
Bring Caesar back. Hey, I'm with you.
She didn't know what the fuck. It was dark. You know, up under some cars coming running this little bullshit.
How many little dogs he got? How many little dogs he have?
He ain't got it.
It wasn't his.
It wasn't his. You don't know if this motherfucker had rabies or what the fuck. His PR team sucks.
That lets you know. It's like he's probably really scared of dogs or some shit. Like,
hell yeah, New Yorkers, we don't have animals. We don't have pets.
Yeah, look,
we have pit bulls.
I would definitely play the role from there on, like as if I wasn't scared of dogs. I'm definitely afraid of them now. messing with my money.
He has to go to counseling. My man has to go to counseling. He's been traumatized. He done got bit by a dog when he was younger. Baby, I'm finna, baby.
You can't even wolf around me, motherfucker.
Hold on. Can I say that? Caesar, call Omega Marketing Co. I handle PR, small or big. Call me. Fire your team right now.
Okay.
Everybody tag Caesar in this video. I got our man. Hell no. They trying to whitewash our dude. Look, they just want to fire him.
Now we know that's not. No, now we know that Caesar scared of little dogs.
That's
that
what
clearly shows a dude. That clearly shows he's scared of little dogs.
It was nighttime too, my guy. It was nighttime.
You do got
and he had 2 cars parked. See this little shit running. What you gonna do?
I would have kicked that son. But you don't fucking hit it with a chair.
You wouldn't be able to do that shit over Southern Island where I live. Hell
no. You better keep them locked up. Come kicking your shit. I don't know what the fuck that is. I love everything, but I can't take nothing running up on me.
Hey, the other day, I give you guys a personal story. Hey, look,
kids,
I'm out.
Little dogs, birds, everything.
Right.
Check this
out.
You
run up, you
I'm
get
out
done
walking
up.
my dog. I'm out walking my dog, and the neighbor dog, they have a Frenchie. The Frenchie's a year old. It's a little, about the size of mine, and mine's only 4 months. And next thing I know, the little Frenchie's by the gate. Right at the gate. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna just take this little walk. We ain't gonna have no problems. But if the Frenchie come out, it's gonna be big problems. Nigga, the Frenchie comes out. Not only the Frenchie comes out, my dog is like, oh shit, you don't want to play. You actually want to beat the shit out of me. You know what I mean? So I'm like, my dog's already, he's 4 months, so he's already back and trying to like get back.
What kind of dog was it?
Huh? It was a Frenchie. Man,
the other dog was the Frenchie.
Right. Man, I must have tapped that little nigga on this, man. Bop! Bop! He read up again. Bop!
Look,
you know what I mean? I didn't know.
Your ass would have been on. Hopefully nobody caught that shit.
Listen. The neighbors came out, and the neighbors saw, and the neighbors like, oh man, you're good. I would have kicked the shit out the dog. I was barely tapping. I was just moving the dog just to get away. You know what I mean? Just like kind of like get away type shit. But they were like, you're good. If it was me, I would have kicked the shit out the dog, chasing my, you know what I mean, running up on me, because you only could defend for yourself. You know what I mean? That's how they were looking at it.
So, you have 75% of America that really protects animals over human beings. You know what I'm saying? That's the saddest part. At the end of the day is, look, we always go into the Bible where they talk about what beasts were. You know what I'm saying? As if they were man's best friend, but never over a man. And here it is, like the reproductive system. Let's talk about it.
And to caveat off on top of that, RIP to my dog that I had to lay down the rest of the day, Max, 11 years. You know what I mean? He's in a better place. You know what I mean? It was a sad thing today, but I had to end the suffering. So big up to Max and the family.
And he passed away on natural causes. I'm the PR person over here. Natural causes, people. Yeah. Natural causes.
No, we ain't kicking dogs like this.
Natural causes.
Hey, your dog run up on me. He's getting the shit knocked out of him. I don't play.
He gonna die from natural causes.
Natural causes my ass. Hey, it's gonna be a natural. Yeah, you're right. It's gonna be a natural cause. It's called natural reaction.
That's what I said. Natural cause. Look, I'm glad you caught on that one. Look,
you're right.
Here's the quick one.
You're right. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's my defense. It was natural causes, nigga.
All right. Rest in paradise, man.
Pour something out for our guy. Pour something out.
He said, "Little dog came and jumped for his career." Technically, the little nigga did.
If you really look at it,
I do for his career. You know what I mean? Hey. I bet so many other people looking at their dog different now.
Look, hey.
Deleting footage and everything. Deleting footage.
You spoke about reproductive, and there's been a lot of uproar about that, and I wanted to pull that up, and it was the, you know what I mean?
A lot of protests in the streets.
Huh?
A lot of protest in the streets right now because of this.
Yeah.
Massive protests everywhere. Like it's almost like the George Floyd thing. I'm like, yo. But I don't think a lot of people understand.
What did you guys think as men thinking what was going to happen when someone is telling a woman what to do with her body? Like,
I say this before we both answer. I'll say this. It's bad to ask men that question, because they're either going to be politically correct or they're going to be against the grain and just
at the end of the day, it shouldn't even be a fucking opinion. Like, honestly, because I'm ready to protest. Like, that's the issue where we have at this point, because no one's carrying babies but the women. So at the end of the day, it shouldn't be nobody's decision but a woman's decision, or a woman that has a uterus. A uterus, unless you guys are carrying babies these days. Because I know science has evolved to have that much opinion about things, but at the end of the day, it shouldn't be opinion if you're not doing it.
So if the man, just tell me this: the man been with this woman for a while, and he loves her very dearly, and she gets pregnant, but because it's her choice,
she at the end has to carry the baby. She has to take the burden of carrying the emotional, the physical, all that to carry a baby.
But do men have to do the same thing with working and sweating for the broad, like in the Bible says?
No, they don't have to. They just choose to. But we,
just like she chooses,
we're being made to. We're being made to.
What we're saying,
we don't make you stay and do that. You choose to do that. So now we're being made to do something because we don't have a choice in certain states. So yes, you're absolutely right. You get up, work. That's part of being an adult. You're gonna do that anyways.
Right. So that's a part of having a child.
But we can choose to not to give life if we're not ready or we don't want to.
Okay. Right.
Mentally ready or prepared.
So to a woman that's not ready to be put in that position is a woman that's not ready to have sex.
Well, at the end of the day, it's something that I think that's something that those men that feel the way you need to have that conversation before they jump into a relationship.
No,
because at the end of the day, now it's like,
if we're married, then
I'm so sorry. I can't even have this conversation. So it's so fresh. I feel like, oh girl, when we had the last conversation, so fresh, because I just can't mentally think of like that. At the end of the day, I have never had an abortion, and I'm always about pro-life, because that's one thing. LaRon knows my story. So, but to have this conversation and having 3 kids, I took care of my 3 kids. Because I had to, because I gave birth to them without a child support, without a fucking dime, and a good father running around here taking care of other people's children. I was the one making sure my kids had what they had in the house over. He didn't have to do that, because again, all you can do is just throw a little child support, and that ain't enough to help a child being raised. And then wonder why so many single mothers raising children. No, it's not because of, we choose to do it. Because at the end of the day, it's not because we choose to do it. But I feel bad for those that say, hey, I'm not ready because he's not ready. And we fucked up. We slipped up. And they should have, or hey, if I know this baby is going to have a birth defect, hey, do I want to take care of a child that is mentally or has a disability? Oh, yo, my uncle raped me, or my dad raped me, or this nigga slid into me while I was drunk, fucked up, and I done got pregnant, or you know what I'm saying, or I'm walking down the street and I was gang raped. You know what I'm saying? It's so many variables, so there's not a choice. So again, I am about pro-life, but it should be a choice.
Right.
Period. So
that number that we're speaking of, I think those women should have the choice to be able to do what they want to do because that was not consensual.
So what you're talking about, that is absolutely yes. But again,
I'm saying what's normal. I'm saying normal.
What I'm talking about is normal. What I'm talking about is it happens.
No,
not in a perfect life that you meet your sweetheart, you have kids with them, and you just stay with that person. You down for that chick. What I'm talking about is what's normally happening.
But what you're saying
Look at
to what you're saying is that she still should have the choice to delete the child.
Yes. If she is not ready, she's not ready. And you found a dead 2-year-old in an apartment because the mama ain't ready to take care of kid, or she done left the kid to go hang out with her homegirls, or the baby done been left in a car, or the baby done been left with somebody that ain't fit to take care because she's trying to take care of herself. So
but you're talking about an extreme scenario though. That's an extreme scenario.
But that's what's happening. This is the world. This is the reality. It's the reality.
But those are if we always base our opinions on the extreme scenarios and not accept or look at the majority, then we're not having a straight opinion onto what's generalizing.
It is. I'm talking about statistics.
That's not a high statistic.
Single mothers,
that's not a high
raising kids. We talked about numbers. Those are facts. You're talking about how y'all's lifestyle and what you guys did for y'all's kids, but that's not on a daily. I'm talking about reality. I know more single women than more married women raising kids.
So you're telling me 800,000 abortions in 1 year is due to rape and gang rape.
No, pull up the status. So pull up the status because you have to identify what the abortion is.
And the abortion rate have gone down since the 70s. Since the 90s. Since the 90s. Now it was a million. It was a million. It was 1.9 million.
In contraceptive education. And when AIDS was a big factor, and STDs was a big factor, so that's what's more protection.
Hold on. Are you here? Are you even 800,000? I think is last reported in 2019.
How many people are in this world?
You're still not hearing what I'm saying. 800,000.
How many people in this world? You can get somebody pregnant within a week of them having a baby.
America. There's only 330 million, over 300 million people in America. We're just talking America. We're not talking the world. Just America. And we're saying over 800,000 aborted babies. This is not, you mean to tell me all those are due to rape and
it's 329.5 million
people in America.
In America. Okay. Abortions in America.
All right.
Okay, because again, we're gonna talk about stats. So abortions up until let's say 2021. So let's talk because hold on. It says
I ain't gonna say.
Let's see.
I have it up to 2020, but sure, they still around about the same. Even in 2020, it was 930,000. Of that 930,000, you have 4% of those women that were married that actually had abortions. 28% of them were unmarried.
Is their choice?
Go on. Keep on.
I'm reading.
I read an interesting poster. That's why I know. That don't sound right.
8.5% of them were between the age of 15 and 19, which was 0.2% of that. That were 15.
How much?
There was 0.2 of them that was 15, but between the age of 15 and 19, they were 8.5% of that whole.
What was the percentage?
Of which percentage you talking about?
The 15, 19.
Okay, so 8.5% were between the age of 15 and 19.
The highest number. The highest number.
8%.
Of that percentage, 0.2 of them were
what's the largest percentage? Show me the largest percentage.
We just said
The largest percentage is 28% of unmarried women.
Is that due to? But is that due?
It's not breaking down like
it doesn't break it down.
What is the causes of that?
Okay, hold on. Reasons abortions occurred. Victim of rape, 0.5%. Fetal health,
0.5%.
Hold on,
Stop.
hold on. He's not done.
5%.
He's not done. He's not done. He's not done.
Fetal health problems, 3%. Physical health problems, 4%. Would interfere with education or career, 4%. Not mature enough to raise a child, 7%. Don't want to be a single mother, 8%. Done having children, 19%. Can't afford a baby, 23%.
Don't want to have any children, 19%.
Not ready for a child, 25%, and other is 6%.
So you're gonna force somebody to do something they're not ready to do.
Hold on. Go back to all that.
Why is it funny? Why is it funny to put somebody in a bad position?
No, go back to their rape. They're going through all of this.
But I said all these scenarios. So you're making it
what you were talking about.
I said every single one of those scenarios. You said you were the one that's talking about a relationship.
What you were talking about was a small percentage.
I said I listed every single scenario of why should a person decide if they want to have a baby. I listed every single one of those. Rape. So
the ones
not being ready.
The ones that
are thank you.
That are red,
what they
great fetal health problems, physical health problems, and can't afford a baby. So 4% plus 3% is 7%, and then you have 23%.
I'm gonna roll the tape back.
Which what?
Please,
which is 30.5% is the actual number for the reason why women would have outside of the reasons why they just don't want to have one. This is where I remain on it, and I'll just put my little 2 cents in. We live in the land of the free and the land of the freedom, right? How can we practice and preach freedom if we don't allow people to have freedom? Everybody, even the ones that's talking about abortions and all that. How can you say, oh, we live in the greatest country, or make America great again, or save America, or be a Republican or a Democrat? It doesn't matter what your political standpoint is. At that particular point, how could you say anything about freedom of USA if you take away a particular freedom? That does.
They are abusing, bro. That's abusing.
Right? No, okay. I mean,
women got high statistics with women who don't want to don't want to have kids. Like,
I understand that. I understand that, but what I'm saying is overall, you can't take that freedom away. Now, there is, just like gun laws and just like seatbelt laws and all that. Like, no one wanted insurance when it first came out when you were driving a car, but still they implemented a law. No one wanted to have to abide by the seatbelt laws, but still they admitted a law. I believe, and there should be certain stipulations when it comes to abortion. Like there should be certain line and guidelines. How you justify those guidelines, I am not privy and educated enough on that matter to understand it and to know. What I can say is it should be some kind of red tape or red line or outline of be like, yo, look, who are you with? Blah blah blah. What happened? Of course, there's going to be people abuse the system. There always is. That's just part of the democracy that we live in, the republic that we live in. People are going to abuse the system. Okay, take that percentage, put it to the side, and we still have the area open for the ones that actually are victims. So with that being said, I am still open to, like, look, women need to have their freedom. I cannot say openly that you cannot. Yes, I'm against it. Like, if you're in a marriage and all that, you're a fucked up individual. Then if you take that from your husband or this and that, and you're in that relationship, that is a moral standpoint, and that becomes a moral thing. Just like it becomes a civil lawsuit when certain things, like if that's civil at that particular point, it's not an overall law at that particular point. So that's where I stand when it comes to that. Period. And women should have their choice. It's their body, their choice. But at the same time, if it comes down to like a married couple and a couple, and she's not doing what she just making the choice, that's a civil matter at that particular point. If she's raped or anything of that nature, absolutely. The door should be open for the ones that are victims. And you cannot close the door. If you close the door all the way, it will not be open. Period. Bottom line.
Yo, Walt.
Every time I say
yo, what's going on, man?
Welcome. Before we we just wanted to see what you think of this. You know what I mean? So Walter's an old he's an old co-host that we used to have on the show, and he tunes in and comes through and expound on quite
Tune
a few
in when
things.
I can.
Huh?
I said tune in when I can.
Tune in when he can. But what do you think about the abortion law passing? Overthrown the Roe v. Wade versus the Roe versus Wade.
That's wrong as hell, bro. Like, I'm against abortion, to be honest with you. I'm against abortion, but you don't take away that kind of freedom, bro. That's their choice. If they want to get rid of it, they can get rid of it. I'm against abortions, but I wouldn't take that away from someone. Think about it.
Not if you
that's very
to have
traumatic, bro. If a woman end up getting raped and pregnant, that's very traumatic.
What percentage of that?
Well,
so
why can't you understand? That's my problem. You keep on
it's such a small percentage.
No,
it's a 1.5.
Over, bro. I know. Hey, hold on now. I know
29% are doing it just because, but the 1.5.
I know quite a few.
Wow, yo, you wow.
Listen,
you wow,
I know quite a few.
Women need to be protected.
Personally, I know quite a few. Like, I know quite a few personally.
Vaccine abortion is giving them protection,
and it messes them up.
Raising them the right way gives them protection. Teaching them how to fucking make a man gives them protection. Teaching them how to
somebody to raise somebody
it's traumatic to that woman.
If you close the door for all, then you close the door for the ones that are victims, and that's what I'm saying. Purely, the door needs to be open and it needs to be available.
Exactly.
For that are victims. Period.
Honestly, they're gonna build more jails because guess what? When these women don't want and then they snap off and they stuck with kids that niggas ain't helping them with, guess where they're gonna be at? Guess where they're gonna be at? Because that's the statistics that show how many. Look up how many.
Are you making it seem like women have snapped
over the hands of mothers? It's been a lot.
Are you saying now women are going to snap? They've been snapping.
That's how it's. Listen,
have you seen the show called Snap?
No. Look at the numbers. How many deaths from the mother's hands has it been from children at the ages?
1.5.
I'm talking about living children.
Before both of you guys rip each other's head off, let me also be clear. Let's be clear.
I just don't speak one-sided. Though.
No, I get it.
That's not one-sided. I'm looking at it. Wait. 1 second. I'm looking at it from both sides.
No, you're not.
If I'm seeing the majority over here is just doing it just because
you're saying I listed a number of things.
You're not even listening. You can't even hear
number of things.
It doesn't changes things, right?
I listed a number of things. You're held on to that one thing. That's the only traumatic thing.
You cannot overlook 29% of just doing it.
So that's the only traumatic thing that happens. That's the number of things I mentioned. You're only stuck on that one thing. I have mentioned so many other scenarios.
That's what I'm stuck on.
Okay,
the majority.
I'm talking about the majority as a collective.
But the majority is the
I'm
reason
talking
why
about I'm talking about a fetus that has to be born, and I'm talking about the majority of what could go wrong and what has been wrong by fucking facts.
So we understand where Angel stands. Biz, to get a better understanding of what you said. Okay, let's say, we understand what you're saying. Okay, so what are you proposing? What are you saying in lieu of the abortion laws? I guess
you have to hear me to actually, like, you know what I mean? She gotta like chill out for a second. Just let me say one thing. The whole fact is I'm looking at is the majority perspective, right? If I look at majority, everybody's working out to make themselves better, but there's a small percentage of people, and you mean to tell me I'm gonna think all people is unfit? No. It's just those percentage. So I'm not going to go out here and change everything just because that percentage of people is like, you know what I mean? So we have to make it where these people have a way to of a let out. Those
you
women
just changed it for a percentage.
Hold on, man.
You
Hold
just
on. Those
You
women
see,
still
like,
having-
am I talking to myself?
God, dude. This is fucking
Hold on, this has been something that was out for
You have to
1973.
fucking go.
This is not nothing new that got changed. Now you changing. What you're just
You
saying now they're
sound-
changing.
look,
This
you
law's been
sound
out since
so stuck.
1970.
Look, no, you have to understand. No, you have to understand what these people are looking at. They're not looking at the fucking. Oh,
They're
this is
looking
going to
at
hurt
the
women.
white
They're looking
race.
at-
Yes, I get it. The white race. The white race. That's what they're looking at. The white race. We already talked about that.
Yeah,
That's
let's
what
keep
they're
that
looking
real.
at. The white
You
race.
can't understand.
The white
let's keep
race.
that real as a
Looking
mug.
at statistics
Look,
and saying
look,
this
I
is why
can't
we
talk to
moving
like-
this way.
Hey, look, she's saying the real. Hey, look, the whole point is to get that
No.
white population, bro.
No.
'Cause
Look,
they
All
was-
right.
this is
Okay.
why
that
people
was
rule
a
this way.
high percentage
You
of
have to,
abortion.
man, y'all can't be so black, man. Y'all got to get out this fucking
Nah,
black shit.
I don't believe
whole
in. I don't believe
picture,
in.
bro. Listen,
Okay,
wait.
Hey,
You
I'm
have
too
to
light.
fucking
I'm too light to
listen
get on
to
the black.
understand.
First of all, my
I'm too
closest
light
friends
skinned
are
to get
white.
on black shit.
No, you
Very
ain't the only one with white
Oh my
friends.
God.
okay. let me-
Oh my God.
Hey, I
I
don't
did.
light skinned to
It's
get
not
on
about
black
having
shit.
fucking white friends, bro. That's the
But
part
you
y'all
threw
don't
that out
understand.
there.
It's not
So
about
when I
having
throw
white
it back
friends or
out you,
not.
that was the problem.
This does
You
not
throw it out
affect
there.
white
So
friends.
how am I thinking? How am I
How
thinking
do
so
you
black?
even listen? Look, you can't even you can't get nowhere without like hearing a person speak out. You gotta hear
You
from
throw
different
things out there and
perspectives.
don't like the response you get, and that's
No,
the
I don't give a
problem.
fuck about that. No, your response is very typical. That's
Ooh, I like her.
It's like I'm listening to the
It's
media.
typical because you don't agree with you.
Politically correct.
That's very typical because it doesn't agree with you. But
No,
it's
it's
because
politically correct.
it is.
I don't give
It's
a
a
fuck
fact.
about being
Then
correct
what-
with me.
listen,
I'm just trying to get you to see how
I
these
won't say
people
nothing
rule
else. I
that
promise.
motherfucker.
I won't say
Okay,
nothing.
okay,
I'm just
okay,
gonna
okay,
shake my head.
everybody to the corner. Everybody to the corner.
She's
Everybody.
the perfect co-host.
Hey,
I
this is the
I
part.
still,
This
I
is the
still
part.
don't know what
This is-
business point is. I still
You ain't
don't
gonna
know.
know.
why-
Look.
This
There you
big.
go. Look.
Hey,
You-
Hey,
I want
Biv,
to know
I'm
what
sorry.
I want to know what his
But-
point is. So everybody
This
to the
is
corner.
why
I
people
wanna know
don't
his point.
understand facts. Because when you understand facts, you can make a ruling off facts, whether feelings or not. And you're looking at feelings. It's their body. They should be able to have a choice to do what they want. You're right. They should. But should she be able to go out there and just abort it just because? Just because she don't want to have any kids? No. The fuck? That's her.
Yes,
She made a
that's her
consensual-
freedom.
Wait, stop. She made a consensual decision to lay down with the nigga to have sex with him. And then wake up and all of a sudden I don't like this nigga, so I'm gonna go fucking him. Hold on. He didn't violate her. He didn't fucking put her down. He didn't strap her down. Nothing. It was very consensual. It's the statistics across the board. Fucking
You're right. You're
hoes
right. in
do
that.
it all
Yeah,
day.
we talked about statistics.
I
You're
know,
just saying one
Man,
thing,
look,
the amount of it. Like,
Yes,
damn,
you're right.
you're
You're
still
right.
stuck on that.
Oh my
You're
You're right
still
in that
stuck on
sense.
that
Yes, you
and
are
trying
right
to
in
make
that
a
sense.
point of it.
You're
You're
right in
still-
that sense. But overall,
I know.
You're
Yeah.
yes, like
That
you're
literally
stuck
came
on
into
that
the
one
movie.
point, but it's an overall. That's what,
What
we're
the
looking
fuck?
at.
What are we
That's
talking here?
you're stuck in a box. You're not seeing the
No,
whole picture.
you're stuck in a box.
You
in a
are.
very small.
You are. Look, you are at like you're not seeing a big picture. You're just seeing this
Your
one
box
little
is so
because of this.
Agree.
Because of this.
I don't
Agreed.
understand how your people even like. Come on, man. Like, how could you really sit here and say that? Oh, well, you gotta look at the women that are being mutilated and violated. Okay, cool. What? Okay, that's a small percentage of women.
Can you run it back? Can you run it back? I thought we were running it back. I thought we were running it back.
Wait, let's protect them. But the others, fuck that. Y'all gotta figure that shit out, and that's on y'all fault.
So
Hey,
can
how
we
you
like
gonna
yeah,
just- come
that's
on,
a
man.
choice.
Well,
Can we get our tube
Well,
side?
how about they
Can we get our
change? How about they
tube
change the law? Look,
Can we get our tube side now?
I feel
Are
you.
y'all gonna take
How about
that
they
from us?
change the law
Can we get our
to
tube
where
side?
if women
Can we
is
get our
women
tube
that's
side?
that's
Oh, that's
raped,
gonna be out the
they
way. We can't
have
get our
that
tube
option.
side. That's
How
gonna
about
be
that?
next.
Thank you.
That's gonna be next. We can't get our tube side. That's gonna be next.
How about they change the law?
Man.
For women that's raped or have some type of traumatic event of getting pregnant, or even if it's life threatening,
This is why
they change
men
to
go
where
outside the
they
country and
are
complain.
able to do it.
Now,
Like, why won't be like they can change it to that?
Oh, that's a no. That's a no because that's too much of a woman having an opinion.
No. Look, I understand Biz's point, but let me ask you a direct question, Biz. What a good
answer. That's combativeness. It's
let me ask you
this. So caveman-ish.
Do you agree with the abortion law or not?
Yeah. But I'm not gonna sit here and say I agree with it for every woman to just go out and just have sex with a nigga consensually. There's bitches out here that's fucking making niggas baby daddies of bitch. You was a one night stand. How would that do? What the fuck?
So
but
you think the abortion law should be
wait. It's okay for me to become just some one night stand baby daddy.
Hey,
you know what I mean? That's okay.
And that affects the man too, right?
Right? I'm stupid for not sticking up for it and all of that and blase. But all of she should have the decision. Okay, cool. Equal is equal. You should have that decision too, and shouldn't say shit about me and the child. You should have that decision. But when you make it equal, nobody wants equal. It's like I want my cake and eat it too. I want to be able to have the nigga I want, date who I want, and run my body how I want.
And that's your opinion.
Oh, but we can't run our body how we want. Okay. Our body. You just said it. You just said it. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to do what I want to do with my body. My bad. Like, my bad. So to me, like, come on now. Listen, you just fucking said it how you feel. Like, oh, you want to be able to run how your body how you want it? Fuck yeah. It's my motherfucking body.
Yes. All right, guys. Let's get to some of these comments.
It makes sense.
Here. We got
sex should not be
Go ahead.
A consequence.
We got GZ.
Sex should not be a consequence. Oh, my bad. No,
go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
No, I'm just saying sex should not be a consequence.
No, sex is a result. So
exactly.
The outcomes is the result. GZ Dr. Forever. If the exemption is added to the law that at Angels speaks of, then that is the loophole women will use to have it. They will say they were raped to get one. The same way when girls, when they have a abortion, and the question is name of the father, they put unknown, or else guess what? The clinic would have to contact that person. I get that. I understand that. But that's where those are the guidelines. I mean, it is what it is, and that's what we talk about.
It's so easy for those that don't give birth to talk.
Huh? What'd you say?
That's so easy for those that have never gave birth to talk.
Sure, I would. Okay.
So it's so easy. Yeah.
And that's very easy to say as a woman.
It's very easy because we give birth. We give birth. We carry kids. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you carry them in your nuts, and but actually physically carrying them, and you know what I'm saying, taking a toll of your body and having to push a baby out. Yeah, not there yet.
Right.
Well,
not there yet.
To sum it all up, so everybody has a little bit of peace of mind. There is a state by state agreement on this, and it is according to the state whether this law applies or not. Now, out of all the 50 states that are in America, you have the ones that are upholding the law, and it has banned it mostly. Are upholding this law mostly. You can probably already guess which some of those states are: Texas, Oklahoma, South Dakota, Missouri, Minnesota, Arkansas, Alabama, Kentucky, Ohio. Those are the few states that are upholding it for the most part. There are other states that will ban it within a month. Those states are Idaho, Wyoming, North Dakota, Tennessee, and Mississippi. Now, the states that are likely to ban it, but it is up in question. Likely to ban it will be Utah, Iowa.
That makes sense.
India, Louisiana, Georgia, South Carolina, and West Virginia. West Virginia. And the ones that are likely to protect against protect the women
California, against number one.
Protect the women against the law is Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, Colorado, New Mexico, Minnesota, Illinois, New York, Virginia, East Maine, Massachusetts, New Jersey, and Oh, excuse me, in Arkansas, not Arkansas, Hawaii and yeah, Arkansas. My bad.
Hey, notice. Let me ask you something.
But,
Are those left wing or right wing states
they,
that's
they
going?
do
That's
they do vary. So there is a couple states that are like they're still uncertain. So California, Nevada, they're most likely left. They're majority left. Texas,
yeah, they
red.
majority.
Oklahoma, is red. Uh, Louisiana. So it is a mix up of mostly. So the ones that are in red, read it again. You can tell that those are the ones that are the right ring, and that's Texas, Oklahoma, Minnesota. Excuse me. Yeah, Minnesota, Arkansas. No, South Dakota, Ohio, and Alabama. So those are the ones that are really on the skirt of actually banning this, and they will.
Okay.
So the other
Okay.
ones kind of in the middle. So it is kind of like a 50-50 split as far as population goes.
Okay.
It really is just based on the state. So your more red states, sure, but even the ones that are like red, that are considered red, that are that are swing states, they're in the middle or uncertain. So,
Okay. Yeah, I'll only ask that because I don't know all the states that's red and blue. You know what I'm saying? So I know a few of them, but I didn't
right.
know which ones did. So I just wanted to make sure which one which was.
Well, a big portion of your red states are the ones that that are for sure red are with they're going along because they're going to support their ideology and all that. Right? Conservative states. So the ones that
Okay.
have masses in the red is going to be the ones that are going to go for that.
But
Yeah, you have you select.
now are there any blue states
Which
that are there any blue states that shows what that they're supporting?
It doesn't not majority wise. So like California, Nevada, you're not
But we know for sure they not.
blue states, but they're not showing like the percentage of the red that's in there that agree with it. So it's just
California ain't going against that motherfucker at all.
yeah. There's every it's based
California ain't going for it, bro.
it's based on your state
These motherfuckers is so
legislation.
pride
It's based on
friendly.
your states, whoever is in control of the states to decide on whether they're going to protect or not protect, or they're going to uphold the law or not. So that's what it boils down to. And the law was written that way. It is state by state. So can some of these states turn over and turn red if the Republicans or conservatives are in holding the House or whatever, or holding the state, then yes, they can pretty much overturn that and actually uphold the law. But if they're not, then you already know where they stand.
Okay. Yeah, I just didn't want to be like, oh, it's the red states that's going forward. And da, 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 da. I don't want to just blame it on one. I don't want to blame it on one side. That's why I got to ask.
Primarily say that the red states are, because that's who brought the law up to begin with. It's the Supreme Court.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
For whatever reason.
I'm pretty sure it's a few Democrats that approved. You know, so
sure.
If it was a few Democrats that approved, the law would have got passed anyway. So I know it's a few of them. You know, well, actually, I ain't gonna say a few. A lot. It's a lot.
Angie Caro, question for Biz: should a woman have the right to tie her tubes if she knows she doesn't want kids? Yeah. I mean, exactly. If you're over the age and you're allowed, you know what I mean? Your parents allow you to take on something like that. But yeah, I mean, I would,
At what point is your body your choice then?
So
I don't know. Should she be 16 and having to wait? She should be 16 because abortion you can still have kids though, right? Unless you're hemorrhaged, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
at 16, you get your tube tied, you can get it untied. And
at 16,
there is statistics that shows that tube tie some women have got. It's a very small percentage.
Yeah, but let's not
have.
That's what I'm saying. We keep basing everything off of small percentages.
Oh
it doesn't
God,
fucking
go nowhere. That's why I mentioned it. That's why I said it is a very small percentage, but it is some that is I say rare that has gotten pregnant with their tubes tied. So what do you think is the difference between the two?
Well, the tubes tied, I mean, that just you know, she just can't get pregnant. That just stops like that's like what, you know, like wearing a condom, pretty much. You know what I mean? But
it gives a man a
Condoms
choice.
great.
I know, but what I'm saying is it's in the support of like a condom, you know, in the sense of like, yes, some women can get pregnant by being on, you know, having a tube tied, but most women don't, and that's the majority. It's like it just doesn't happen. You know what I mean? My wife has hers tied. It's not gonna happen. You get what I mean? So like, I'm actually saying shit that I fucking went through. Like my ex bitch, she fucking had an abortion from foster care, and it was something that we had to do. It wasn't like we wanted to. That shit had to happen. And so these are the things that like I don't understand if women really thinking about. Like a lot of this shit is not happening between a lot of fucking. It's happening a lot through like fucked up situations that don't even have to go on. You know what I mean? Yes, people may say, "Oh yeah, well, how old were you?" I was 16. Well, were you old enough to even take care of a child? No, but I was fucking ready. I mean, shit, you get down. I mean, what's the? Well, mama said you make your bed. You know what I mean? You make it up. I mean, what you lay in your bed, you make it up. That's
So do
something
you
you
think
have
so do you think a 14-year-old girl should have a child?
Bro, that is literally. I don't like to like say that word, but that's gape though. That's like really like, you know what I mean? Like,
Or
so yes.
hold on, I'm gonna rephrase it. So you think a 14-year-old girl that's in a broken home should have a child?
Okay, what was the question?
So you think a 14-year-old girl that's in a broken home should have a child?
From if
If
most
she gets
likely
pregnant.
most likely you're missing details. See, I get what you're doing.
No. I'm just
Just
asking.
answer the question. Stop like answer the question directly.
It's just a
Answer
question,
the
bro.
direct question.
I'm not trying to twist nothing, anything like that. I just want to know your
Can
opinion.
I answer it? Can I answer it?
Please.
Yeah, without the extras.
Yeah, please. Answer
What?
it.
Wow. I gotta answer the question on your terms. Wow.
Because you want to throw the little extras in there.
Why should we ask a question? Yes or no?
Just tell your opinion.
Most likely the girl was probably a victim. So no, she should have the right to go and, you know, I mean, do what she needs to do to have, you know, to take care of herself.
That law should be abolished because it's stopping them from doing it as well.
No, right, but what you okay? See, you're gonna
Wow.
see. You still doing that?
You making love? You gotta be clear about it.
No, nigga.
It's
See,
not
that's
what
what
you
I'm
feel
talking
when
about.
you
still
feel
doing
about
that.
it.
You still doing
Now
that?
let's talk. We unfiltered. Don't make your rules as you go when it fits you.
Look,
I'm be real. That's what you do.
Oh. Look, I'm gonna be real with this, bro. Some of them 14-year-old girls are not victims. Some of them 14-year-old girls are not victims. You have some 14-year-old girls that can manipulate a young boy.
Oh my god! Why
like
y'all
literally.
talking about these? Okay.
So not all of them is victims, but if
That's
they're in a broken home, they should not have a child.
So that warrants the child to be killed.
so that gives them the right.
It ain't a child yet, right? It's a fetus, an egg.
So what are you doing with your sperm that hit the condom? Or what you doing? What you want us to start sipping it? Because after, if you look at it like that, if that's a fetus, it's still a fetus, right? So if we're gonna be technical, if we're gonna get into it, let's talk about technical.
Well, technically, a life.
What are you doing with your condoms?
Egg and a fetus, if they happen.
What are you? Because based on if we talked about our last conversation when we had this, when we were talking about sperm. You remember when we talked about this? We broke that shit down, right? And saying that's where it starts at. So what are we doing with the sperm?
I haven't heard that conversation.
Oh, it would go back to a couple of shows ago. But what are we doing about it?
I'm not talking about individual.
Hey, but you know where I'm going with it.
I hear what you're saying. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But what you do with your body on an individual standpoint is in your fluids is whatever. But
and that's what it needs to be.
Life begins. I feel different about it. Whether regardless if I feel different about it or not, I still believe that a woman should have a choice in the matter. But I also believe so should the man that was involved. If it was legit, if it was like
I can agree with that.
Circumstances of like marriage, or if it was like boyfriend and girlfriend, even if they were fucking young, like I still like, okay, if your kids went out and have sex, then it's up to those parents to now be responsible for their kids kids until they're old enough to have to take responsibility of their kids.
But what if it's a broken home?
It's somewhat of the parents' responsibility, not their fault, but somewhat of the parents' responsibility to take on what their kids have done. Period.
But what if it's a broken home where the parents don't even want that child that got pregnant?
Okay,
They really didn't care about
What if it's not a broken home, Walter?
But
What if it's not a
What if
broken
it's
home?
not?
But to
What
answer
if
the
it's not?
question, but to ask the question,
You keep going to the broken home as if that's the worst thing. It's like, what if it's not a broken home? Have you heard of 16 and pregnant?
What if it's not?
But even if it is a broken home,
that's glorified and it shouldn't be.
Let's say that it is a broken home. And if it's a broken home, there is still a father or a fucking mother, regardless of how you look at it. Whether the father's in the picture, okay, then they still have some responsibility to it. Now let's say you can't get
Go ahead. No, I feel what you're saying, but what I mean by broken home, I mean like, okay, let's say the mother and the father, basically they ain't shit. They don't really take care of that child that they have. They didn't even want that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? They don't teach them nothing. They treat the child.
It falls in
bad
the same category. It falls in the same category
that they're responsible
of foster care and all these other kids like I was when your father or your mother ain't shit. It falls in the same category. It doesn't give you the right to be like, oh, well, I don't believe it gives you the right, but like, oh, well, shit, because your parents and your family ain't shit that you can do this. No, that's just that's
I'm glad my mom didn't find a fucking
now I
life
see what you're planning to die.
Hey, I'm sorry, Biz.
That's my opinion.
Notice made more sense on that shit. I'm gonna be. I'm sorry. Notice made more sense on that shit, bro.
Andy Williams, I'm selling Plan B pills.
Gotta put it low.
Hey, I need a deal. Hook me up. I need the deal for. I need 3 for 10.
3 for 10, nigga. How many do you need? You only need 1, my guy. What are you out there doing?
Because it only lasts for 1 day.
What are you out there doing? Is the problem?
Nigga, do you see how many kids I got?
Why, nigga? You already a statistic. You an STD statistic, nigga.
Nah, I ain't that. Because I ain't never had one.
Hey, 3 for 10. Yeah, that's a problem. You out there bareback.
I never had that.
You out there bareback.
I'm just very fertile.
You out there barebacking this.
Look, I ain't gonna say which. Nah, I ain't gonna say which child, but let's just say there's probably 1 or 2 kids that the condom broke. So
that nigga walk pull out game is weak. He like the lay in it. Oh, damn it!
Yeah. All right, you can have it. You can have that. My pull out game weak as fuck.
I laid in it. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Big brother raw dog.
Angie said those pills are next on the chopping block. Big brother, big dog. So we're selling
$70-$80 now.
Hey, at least all my kids is with 1 person though. That's all that matters.
That's the best part. You know what I mean?
No, it ain't. Because I ain't gonna say which kid, but let's just say
at least you ain't gotta go to 70
kids,
women, you can go to 1.
Let's just say certain kids, the condom broke. So it was like, God damn it, that was nothing to happen. I ain't gonna say which ones, but yeah.
So
Bill probably know which one.
Well, speaking about having kids for men having kids, Nick Cannon.
Oh,
Nick Cannon.
Oh, that nigga beat me.
Father Abraham.
No, well, his girl was on, his lady was on and she was talking as if she don't have any problems with it, as long as he take care of home and he always come through for us. He don't, you know what I mean?
That's a good woman.
Right. You know what I mean? I don't have nothing to worry about what's outside of my house, and he
Of course,
I like that good woman.
Of course.
Look at me.
Right.
Of course.
Look how many kids I got. I take care of all of them.
Oh, you ain't got to come home. You just got to drop a baby at me and just take care at home.
Right.
That's life.
Just no.
Go do you.
Step
That's
up.
life.
It's called step up and be a man.
Man,
if she has that child, if she has that child,
well,
it's your
at this point,
responsibility
she
to
in the
take
right
care
state,
of her.
she gonna have it.
If she has that child, it's your responsibility as a man. It's your responsibility to take care of her. That's it.
He has the right to do whatever he wants, but he's setting the wrong example for young niggas. Period.
He has the right
That's
to do
just-
whatever he wants, but again,
True,
But
a woman
but he
doesn't.
needs to be a man and step up. So because he's a man, he stepped up and took care of what he made.
Hey,
That's
look,
it.
he has the right to do it.
There is some women that got him trapped. There is some women that trap dudes. But you got to be a man and step up and take care of what's there.
Terrible example. He said, terrible. Whatever. I mean,
Why?
It is. It is a bad example. But if it happens, you got to do it. It's for the child. It ain't got to do with you or that woman.
What are you trying to prove?
Nothing. Because it ain't got nothing to do with you or that woman.
What are you trying to prove?
It has to do with that child.
She is.
Why make the child go through
From
have more problems. Those kids will have more problems overall than any of them combined.
Not if the parents work. Not if the parents work together on it.
It's more division.
Not if you know how to co-parent and you work together on it.
That's my opinion. So
I don't think so.
Not if you work together.
Hey, you never seen the Marley
co-parent.
kids stripping?
You said Marion? That's fucked up, bro.
You never seen them stripping? The Marley kids? Damian Marley, Ziggy.
who?
You know what I mean? The
Who?
Marley family, Bob Marley's kids.
Oh, okay. You said Martin. Okay.
No,
This
I get
nigga
what
got
you're
like
saying.
8
Yeah,
baby
you right.
mamas. Bob Marley got like
He comes from a different culture too.
no. My whole point was you don't see his kids like tripping. Like they pretty good. They're pretty well off. They'll be
Because their
they'll be
culture is different though. Like
See, but under the Jamaican law, any person over 25 can have an abortion at will. So their laws are a little bit different. Their culture is a lot of different too.
big difference. The way they think about
we're talking about apples to oranges here, you know.
Yeah,
a little different.
No, that just has to do with country
It's just
shit.
different. It's different from when you talk about Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon, wife one, a baby mama one may not get along with baby mama 5 or baby number 8. So when it comes to a birthday party, that might be a fucking problem. Or they might not be seeing something, or it's just whatever the case may be. I'm just hypothetically out there.
That falls on a woman.
That
falls on that woman for being immature.
I think it's just
right.
too many.
That's exactly what that is. She knew what she was getting into.
Exactly. That falls on that woman for being immature. If you got a problem with another baby mama, you know he got kids by another woman, and you got a problem with that woman, that falls on her. She shouldn't be worried about shit about another woman.
What are you talking about?
She should only care about her child and making sure, you know what I'm saying, if it's another child that's involved by another woman, she should only worry about her child and if that child, how that child could be happy, the other child could be happy, even though it's not hers.
No one's thinking about the kids. Like,
bro, if I had another child, by another woman, listen, if I had another child by another woman, bro, I most definitely ain't about to be thinking about who that woman, other kids is by. I'm only thinking about the kids. I'm gonna treat her other kids just like my kids.
What is that teaching the kids, whether it's girl or guy? What is that teaching the kids? That you can go out there and do the same thing? Yes, you can, but does that make it right? Does that make it like sustainable? Is that okay for society for us to grow? If everybody did that, what would happen? What the fuck would happen?
Men been doing that from time.
But you teach those kids.
Men have been doing that since the beginning of time.
You have a conversation with these kids, and you have to teach them.
That's all that is, bro. It's not like he had 8 wives. He has 8 baby mamas. There's no commitment. There's There's 8 baby mamas. There's not 8
what?
wives. 8 baby mamas. Yes, 8 baby mamas.
Okay.
That's look. Take.
I'm sorry. I got.
Hey, if he can have
what I said, bro.
What you missing?
If we're gonna talk about, hold up. If we're gonna talk about things that have been going on through time, the first abortion was 1550.
Oh my God.
Okay, BCE.
And it was
Like,
and it turned into a million babies aborted in the 90s.
But again, it's a switch
then
to
it was
the
2
agenda.
million aborted in 1995.
But I can't. As soon as it say, okay, I won't even say nothing because as soon as I put a fact out there, it has to be a rebuttal about a feeling. I'm reading facts. I am reading straight facts. 1550 BCE before anything. BCE. You know what that means? 1550. Okay, so again, these are facts, not feelings.
I'm glad you think it's okay to have abortions. It's okay.
I'm not saying, but I'm just not closed-minded.
You're making a statement like
not.
Okay, let's clarify this.
I'm with it. Hey, that's what you believe, right?
I don't know how many times I can say it. Like I said, rewind the tape so he can kind of hear what the fuck I just said several times. He's just taking a bit of what I keep on saying and running that to
what you
agenda.
Fucking believe, my nigga. Like you okay with the whole abortion thing? That's cool. I'm all right with it. That's
what it is. Shit.
I don't give a. It's not. Hey, it doesn't bother me.
It is what it is. It is what it is. I just hate that. I just hate for one, cannot produce whole bear children. It shouldn't be that. You know what I'm saying? It should be a 25-75 if you want to feel important about
all
your
those abortions. The world is still overpopulated. I feel that.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thank you.
Part. Again,
like
shit. Like China says, how many kids you can have in China?
3.
Right, it's a whole other country.
And what happens after the fourth one?
This is America, right?
What happens after the fourth one?
Basing this off of America.
But we were just okay. So when I get ready to talk about what other people are doing in countries, we just got to talking about Jamaica. So I'm talking about another country.
Talking about Nick Cannon.
Okay, Angel won't say nothing. Angel won't say nothing because this is a man's conversation. Because you guys, hey, go ahead and do y'all.
Yeah, I'm still stuck on Nick Cannon having 8 baby mamas.
We was talking about we weren't talking about no abortion. We was talking about baby mama type shit with Nick Cannon. We moved on.
I'm still stuck on Nick Cannon having 8 baby mamas. Now I can go back. And I can agree with you and notice that nigga is a bad example.
No, he's not.
8 baby mamas, bro. 8 baby mamas.
Check,
bro.
He's not. Check this out.
But then again.
No, he's not. No. Check this
I
out.
just said, let me shut up. I'm gonna shut up on that.
Check this out. Look, if he can have 8 wives,
bro, didn't get abortions.
Listen, I think he is something. If he can have 8 wives in America, he would. It's just America.
I'm pretty sure he would.
Like that. So he got 8 baby mamas.
Utah does.
Huh? Oh well, Utah. Yeah, that's it.
So we can't say America. Just say
Utah
for the states.
Yes.
Utah like, hey, nigga, get all your wives you can. Utah, fuck this.
Hey, I tell you this: if that's not like that's like a privilege. If you could be able to take care of all of your kids and their mothers, and they're okay with it, and everybody's on one accord, I don't see why. You know what I mean? It's like it's okay for us to not talk about gay rights and pride and all of that, right? But then again, how is Nick Cannon a bad example? But the all this like bringing like the gayness in schools and stuff like that, like, you know what I mean, all the LGBT, which is I'm cool with, you know, everybody's, you know, to each his own. So I can't look at one as worse than the other, you know.
Yo. Can you hear me?
I can be like, oh yeah, they're bad over here and they're bad over there. I you know, you just gotta look at, if I'm cool with this, I gotta be cool with that. You know what I mean? So I don't see how.
You can't hear me.
Huh?
Can you hear me?
What'd you say?
Okay. No, phone call came through, so it kind of cut me off for a minute. Damn, what was I saying?
I'm not against it, is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not against
what I mean by bad. What I mean by a bad example, bro. Okay. It's like saying, oh, if you're able to take care of all the kids, get as many women as you want pregnant. That's not a good example, bro. Just because you can take care of them. I got 6 kids. Even though it's all about one woman. I got 6 kids. I take care of every last 6 of them. My oldest is 21, and I still take care of his ass. You know what I'm saying? But that's not an example. I'm gonna say, oh, have as many kids you can just because you can take care of them. That's not an example I want to put out there. Just because you can take care of them, have as many as you want. Having 8 baby mamas, like, come on. It's something. That's not a good. That's not a good.
I don't see how that's bad.
UKTA said it right. He has 5 different baby mamas actually, and he has.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, nevertheless, but he's working on more. He has, I think 2, if not 3, this year.
Man, why y'all making it seem like it's like like that's a bad example? We know many dudes and on our level.
It's teaching young men. No. What I
actions either.
My bad. Go ahead. Only reason I'm saying bad example is a bad example for our young. You know what I'm saying? For the youngsters, that's a bad example. It's saying, hey, go fuck every woman you can find. If she get pregnant, she get pregnant. Oh well. Go fuck her. We don't want to have it where we fucking everybody.
I think you're twisting. I think you're twisting it. I think you're twisting him.
That's how they gonna see it.
Like,
bro, that's how they gonna see it though. Come on. We talking about this generation, bro. This generation is gonna see it a certain way.
Bro.
This generation do not see things as what it is.
Bro, these teenagers, these 18-year-olds nowadays are not built like that at all.
Come on. Hey, we were teenagers. Look, if you really want to think about it, we were teenagers. This shit was fucking with the shit. Niggas was out there. You know that. I ain't saying us. I'm saying, period, males was out there. It's not like it's a real big difference in teenage fucking. Teenage sex is not really a big difference. Teenage sex is not a big difference at all.
Okay. No, that's a good point. No. What about the women? What about the women? What about the women? Huh?
Put that back up. Put it back up. Shit, my grandma. She is one stepchild. She treated that stepchild as one of her own kids, though, right?
No. Look, check this out. What about the women? You're right. But what about the women? I'm not even talking. I don't know if that's, I'm not talking about his grandma. This is totally different. What about the women who have 4 different baby daddies or 5 different baby daddies? Are they setting a bad example?
Yes.
So why
that many baby daddies on it?
Wait. Why you couldn't see that in the same sense of this? Like, well, we got women who do the same thing.
There's no sex to it. That goes for male and female. It's not just, the males can't have that many baby mamas. Females shouldn't have that many baby daddies either. It's equal. It goes for both. It goes for both sexes.
Yeah, I look at it from both sides.
Both sexes is the same.
They are? Are they equal?
On that category, yes. It's just the world made it look like it's worse for a woman to have it than it is for a man. That's all.
To have what? To have what? To have 4 baby mamas?
To
have 4
multiple babies by multiple people. To have multiple babies by multiple people, it just looks worse on a woman than it does on a man. But my opinion, it's equal. It's the same. It looks bad on a man as it does on a woman.
So he said all those kids. He said all those 9 kids had the same dad though. That's the difference. That's what I'm saying. That's the difference. They got the same dad though. We can go to one man. I'm just playing. I'm throwing fuel on the fire and shit.
But that means even though all those kids had the same dad, which is 9 kids, right? Had the same dad, but 8 of them had the same mama. If that mama treated that 9th child as her own, it's okay.
But no, what it's saying
not
is
that it's okay, but it's not that it's okay, but it shows something. Where you know what I'm saying, like how what you were saying earlier. Oh, what if this baby mama don't get along with the other baby mama? She was mature enough to say, "Hey, it's not about me or the father.
Right.
I'm gonna take that child in and treat this child a certain way so they could grow up a certain way."
Right. But I was saying that Nick Cannon's BM was okay with his lifestyle. Like she was okay with it. She was okay with being home with the baby and being able to do her stuff, because it's not like she's all at home though. People making it seem like she's just at home, stuck at home taking no. She's like, whenever I want to go out and do my thing,
then it's all gravy. It ain't our business.
Look, she said whenever I want to go out and do my thing, it's okay. He's over here. He grabs the baby. You know, we have the, you know, we call it the babysitter. I think like babysitter or some shit like that. But he makes it a way so I could be able to have my time. And so I mean, like, it's an even exchange. I don't see how, like, I think it's a little worse when it's like 5 different dudes dealing with one woman. Then it's 5 women dealing with one man, but exceptionally, with an exception, who has the finances to be able to maneuver how he wants, you know what I mean, or how they see fit, or, you know, camaraderie, or whatever they find is mutual. You get what I mean? So that just my thing. I could be wrong about that. And there's a lot of exceptional boss women out here who got money and maybe got 2 baby daddies or 3, and they still bossing, you know what I mean? So I get it, but that's an exception. That's a very small number. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? There's more men out here who have multiple women. I don't know about that. I could be wrong about that. That is more men out here than it's more men than women who have multiple partners. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. You know what I mean? But we do find it prevalent mostly.
Honestly, you never know. It could be more women that got more.
Right.
You know what we don't know that. We can't really.
We don't know. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna put that statistic
nowadays.
They're not gonna put that statistic out there. I ain't gonna say nowadays. For years.
No, I would say nowadays. Nowadays, yeah. Back then,
if we talk about the 60s and the 70s, maybe. But when it came to the late 70s and the early 80s, man, it was like, nah, the late 70s and the early 80s, it was all about fucking.
Acid tripping and
like, think about it. It was all, look, how many, when we was growing up, check this out. When we, listen. When we was growing up, our parents talked about our time of music, right? Oh, they always talking about fucking and they talking about this and that. But when you listen to the 70s and the 80s, what we hear? It was all about fucking, right? Fucking and drugs. It just sounded better. It was just more of an R&B type style. Like it wasn't a difference. So
fucking
like we gotta look at like we don't know when. We don't know who got
what. Serious because I can see your face.
You said what?
Nigga, I can't take you serious because I can't see your face.
Oh, that's because I was moving around. All right, give me a second. I'll put my face on. I'll put my face on. Give me a second.
No, you left the office. That's cool.
I kind of did. Yeah, I did.
Okay,
no, I did.
You left the office. Okay, then you know what I mean. Just be like I left the office. You ain't gonna be. You know what I mean. Just say,
Biz know that. I spoke to Biz earlier and let him know that I wasn't gonna have a camera on because I wasn't gonna be there.
I'm not Biz.
Well, I'm letting you know, my brother.
Oh, well now, okay.
You don't even have a picture up there or nothing, like, you know, avatar.
Yeah, like, my picture ain't up there no more. Why my picture ain't up?
It took you off. Must stop liking your ass.
On my side, it shows it. On my side, it shows my picture. Hey,
so, but yeah, no, you're right about the 70s, 80s. The everybody was having big orgies back then, and I know that from the houses and like certain houses out here in LA. You know, in California, they was getting it popping. That's how you know these mirrors all top on the ceilings and shit. You know what I mean? In California,
hey, you gotta watch yourself with the mirrors. The mirrors was a shit in the 70s. If you didn't have the mirrors, you wasn't fucking. You didn't fuck right. Your fuck game was weak. You had to have the mirrors. You gotta look.
Yeah.
Look, bitch,
so and like I don't think people know that across the world that California is like literally its own world. Like it's literally its own world, man. It's fucking crazy.
You know what's sad? You know what's sad, bro? Is that California is really like fucked when it comes to sex. Like, think about it. We had the first porn theater. We have what is the porn capital of California? Simi Valley.
Huh?
The porn capital of California. It's Simi Valley, right?
Hey, can I review the conversation? Can I review the conversation right quick? We spoke on Nick Cannon, right? And we spoke on how Nick Cannon and his ladies and his kids, right? Now you guys were talking about how it's a bad example, but I don't think you guys was putting that in the right category, I should say, right?
Okay.
As a black man, cool, I'm with you guys. As what he said as a black, being a high influential black man and being able to put pockets in other black men's pockets, and he made millionaires.
I commend him for what he did. I ain't gonna
lie.
I gotta commend him for that.
Right, and he's helped out a lot. So we can't say the guy don't give or put forth towards the cause. You get what I mean?
Which was never said.
I can understand how young black men who are fans of him because of that black image who will look at him and say, wow, if Nick Cannon can do it, I can do it too. And in that sense, yeah, as a black man, right, representing the black community or whatever, right, I can see that. Right. But as a man, just being on earth and soaring and man, hey,
I just want to add.
It promotes two things. It promotes, dominancy and independency and being a man for this and blah blah blah, being able to support it, being wealthy and all that. It does that, and I'm all for that. Cool, that's good. But it also does at the same time show us a kind of a selfishness, if you will. Because he takes it into his own realm. I don't think he thought the plan all the way through. It's all about what he thinks and what he feels. He's not thinking about
he didn't
feel what
I agree.
It may be or whatever the case may be. He is laying the ground, which is fine. I get it and I understand that on an alpha male standpoint. I get that. I really do. But as a longevity sound plan, does not. I compute it.
Can I ask a question?
I agree.
Let me finish. I compute it.
Turn my camera on for
I can only compute it so far. When I get to that point, I go. Whatever it is about him, does not even matter. It matters about his kids and what they would do, idolize behind him. And that is what you talk about legacy, Biz, all the time.
Right. He's leaving it. He's gonna have it. Hey.
So if he's leading this
legacy, that's everything, bro.
This legacy that he's leading is a legacy that is not a conducive one. I can't say that it's not a successful one. I can say it's not an understandable one because most people do not live those lives. Most people do not live that lifestyle. So for him to leave that, everybody to see that, it's like, okay, great. But at the end of the day, what legacy or example are you setting to the kids, and what they're going to set for the future? Thus more. So that's why.
Okay, so question. You guys can answer no or yes. My answer is yes. Period. But if you had the financial liberty, financial stability to be able to take care of multiple wives or multiple women, let's just put it straight blunt. Multiple women, like fully take care of them. House, cars, be able to do what they need to do, not having to go to work. They don't got to be able to, sweat for themselves. And matter of fact, they don't have to be with the baby all day because you're going to be there. You're going to be able to take the kids out. You're going to have your team bringing the kids over and stuff like that, right? Because you have the financial liberty to be able to make that cohesive work, literally. So would you do it?
Yes or no answer?
Yes.
Yes. I would. Detail wise, I would.
You would, right?
Yeah, but let me allow me to elaborate. I would not do it irresponsibly, and I wouldn't do it in the sense that I definitely wouldn't do it in the sense he's doing it. Oh yeah, if you saw his interview and what he said, he was like, "Oh yeah, I might have a different baby mama next year, or I got 2 this year, but I might have a different." Like that is his goal. Like that wouldn't be my goal. My goal would be to establish a legacy. If I'm establishing a kingdom, which it was fine, okay, then I would have everybody in my kingdom. But he has everybody separate, which I cannot argue. I cannot argue against his way of thinking. But what I can say is this: his way of thinking is so spread it through, is so spread out. How can I, when I preach unity, how can I back Nick Cannon when he's not preaching? All he's doing is spreading his seed. That's all he's doing.
Please understand.
I haven't noticed his full rebuttal to what you were saying, but just a little bit that I heard, I gotta agree with him. So I don't know what his full rebuttal was, but just that little small part that I jumped in on.
Okay.
I gotta.
Okay, so the reason why I said yes is because that no matter what, I'll be able to have the team, the manpower, the financial liberty to be able to make everything work so that my kids and the women, quote unquote, if I had that, don't have to worry or want ever.
Bro, look at all these kids that I got.
You can't guarantee that your kids are going to be financially under your belt. You cannot guarantee that. You can't guarantee. Well, I guess in a sense you can. If you wrote them under a law of yourself and go, hey, if you take this, if you take this, then that means like when you go from 18 to 25 or 30, that I'm part of your life. Sure, if you did something like that in like some kind of build or something in America, you can't. So yeah, but that's what.
So the whole reason is because when the men,
and
the whole reason
from an alpha standpoint, I'm like, yo, it's a beautiful thing. If we were living in past times, but we're not living in past times anymore, so that just doesn't work.
No, I see.
Look,
look, the whole thing is that if you're able to,
I got a lot of kids, and I'm taking care of every last one of them. They are financially stable. They are good, right? Now, the difference with me and Nick Cannon is all of them is about one person. That's the only difference. But when it comes to just having kids, like, it's not a difference. So we can't really use what you were saying, you know what I'm saying, as an scapegoat or anything. It doesn't matter if we can take care of them or not. We can't just be out there just throwing our seeds everywhere. That's not a good example, bro.
Yeah, y'all crazy.
That's not a good example to throw our seeds everywhere.
If I can, like, I even tell my wife, she even knows.
That's why.
Hey, I look at it as
like, are we on after dark? Are we on after dark?
No, we're not on after hours.
I look at it.
It's a drop in the bucket, Biz, in which I understand. It's a drop in the bucket, in which I understand. Like he's like, you didn't get 5
drop in the bucket. No,
if I did 50 women, that's a drop in the bucket to overall 7 billion, 8 billion people, right? That's a drop in the bucket. Your 50 is
no. I don't think men should do things just because they have the willpower to do it. I think men should do things on the calculation, right? And so what y'all not seeing is that this is a well calculated man. This dude made millions upon millions, businesses upon businesses, organizations, TV shows, movies. I mean, it wasn't like he started off having babies like this. It wasn't like that.
Well, of course, because he was a kid.
5-10 years, yeah.
He was a kid.
When,
he was a kid on Disney.
That's what we're saying. We're talking about
Nickelodeon.
You mean to tell me being around that type of expertise of people in that type of industry, you're not going to have some type of well-calculated mind plan of how you're going to do what you're going to do? This, come on, you mean a dude understand, bro?
If everybody thought like you, we all be cousins, which we are in a sense, but we're all be.
No, you don't understand is that when people are doing things like this, it's
us three right here. If we did that, if we did that,
don't understand. When men,
bro, we will be looking at badly.
Imagine if we did that in Compton. You, Biz, and me and Walk did that in Compton. Nigga, our daughters.
We'll be talking about badly, bro.
Right. It'd be.
We'll be talking about badly, bro. We'll be the worst.
We're not talking about broke niggas doing it though. We ain't talking about broke niggas.
No, we're talking about niggas that got the money. Come on, man. Compton is not full of broke niggas.
You guys are burnt.
The majority of the niggas that's been talked about have the money.
If you took categories of us and spread them out through the United States, right? However large, however big, whatever, I'm
smoking on things.
That would be, look, Walk Auntie would be my fucking first it's somewhere, my guy. Like, I'd be like, nigga. How the fuck you at this family barbecue? Daughter is the fucking son of my fucking auntie. Like what? It'd be crazy.
It'd be crazy. Mad crazy.
It would. I get what you're saying. It's cool.
Even though we do have some people out there like that. There is some families out there like that. You know what I'm saying? That's from the city, right. But it's not like big. You know what I'm saying? But if it was how you send the biz, it'd be the entire city. Everybody in the city is gonna be related. And everybody in Compton is related, bro. It'd be a family city.
Look, it'd be one big ass barbecue. That'd be a big ass barbecue.
Fuck a block party, nigga. We having a city party.
Hey, look, barbecues will move from the park. Barbecues will move from the park to the Staples, to Madison
City Hall, to the City Hall.
It'd just be in arenas at that particular point, sure.
Like literally, you gotta fit the whole family.
I get it. I look, and don't get me wrong, because
at least they all know each other.
I would love to have 15 kids. I would love to have 15 kids, and everybody, my kids.
Oh.
Like, and I don't think. Oh. Look, if you really want to, like, if you really want to get into it, like. Fucking Eddie Murphy. He only has 2 baby mamas, but like Eddie Murphy has like 11 kids, 12 kids or something like that. Now I get it. Cool. That's spreading your seed like, okay, with 2 baby mamas. But when you spread the baby mamas out like that, where other niggas is open to it, nah. They're fair game. When he's not married to him. But another nigga can walk in and just be like, you know what? You don't need to be nigga. Another billionaire can walk in, a prince, a fucking a sheik, or fucking somebody from an island or Africa, or whatever the fuck of it, can walk in and be like, yo, I have more money than fucking Nick Cannon, and I'll take care of your kid and now my 3 kids, like, or whatever. Like, it's too many variables.
Yeah, that's that.
I'm just not always like, oh yeah, you know, we gotta hold him up to an image, and you know, I mean, you gotta.
No, you don't have to hold him up to an image. But the youth is gonna take him as an image. That's what we gotta look at. It's the youth that's looking at him as an image, bro.
Why
we don't have to. We don't have to take him as an image.
But our youth does. Our
But
youth
the
does.
youth, exactly, the youth, they take them as the image. Celebrities are here with them. They way up here, bro. Celebrities are everything to this youth.
Biz, I agree with you, but don't agree with you. I'm 50, I'm 50-50 or 60-40, however you want to do it.
I'm not trying to change the subject.
But
But where the hell is your other co-host?
I don't know how
I need
you
her
see
back.
what I'm saying.
I know
I
I do.
what do you see what I was saying? What do you think I was saying? What do you think I was saying?
This is why I see what you said, because me personally, honestly, as a 19-year-old to maybe 26, I would love to live the life and do it, and I probably would have even agreed with you 100%.
With what?
That I'm older and I understand how women work and I understand how the world works, I don't agree with that anymore. Like it's just I cannot with 100% of me understand like how that would phonetically work with women, kids, and parents alike. I just don't understand how it would work. Not with the kids.
I feel look, I know this. You get what you attract. And so if you are that and you are cool with that, the women that he gets with understand this plan and they're cool with it. You know what I mean? They do their thing. Like
some of the women don't understand that plan because they go against that man
thing. So, and
you break it up.
You gotta understand, man. Y'all gotta understand.
Some of the women don't
everybody
understand that plan.
It's just, hey, wise men have been fools that have been
kings. A lot of these women, you know what's so crazy is,
oh my God.
Can I speak 1 second?
No, I'm sorry. It just seems like you stopped.
I feel like
sorry.
He's trying to divert. He's trying to divert from me.
You break up, so it seemed like you paused.
So the guy is not bad for wanting to have kids by ambiguous women.
For sure.
Not black. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I think it's only like one baby mama. He just had one black baby mama, but you know what I mean? They're not black. They're different races of women, you know what I mean, who he having his kids by. You know what I mean? So when we say these things are like, oh, it represents something bad or it represents this, I don't think we're taking account of, well, how many other powerful men or high status men have had the same thing, 2-3 baby mamas, blah, blah, blah. Family is still living good. They still living off the legacy. It ain't like these kids are gonna like have poor lives. You know what I mean? These kids are gonna live very fucking great lives. You know what I mean? Even when he goes off and go on.
But how long does that legacy last? Think about it. If we go to the 14 and 1500s, they had multiple baby mamas, multiple kids, or whatever. And them motherfuckers, a lot of them motherfuckers didn't make it, bro.
He's talking about kingship. So kingship doesn't even matter. Like when you have a certain level of kingship, you can have infidelity or you can have incest, and it still will last for decades and decades and decades. So what he's saying is that he's established his kingship.
Not the bloodline though.
Yeah, he established his bloodline accordingly, which is fine and all that. So he's established a sense of kingship, which I understand. I just don't agree with it because the reason why I don't agree with it.
I'm not going to sit here and say the guy is I'm not going to sit here and say the guy is a bad guy, bro. Right?
I didn't say he was a bad guy.
Wait. They don't have shit with him.
I didn't say he was a bad guy.
Nick, because you have kingship, does not mean your bloodline can get anything from it. Not all the bloodline is gonna progress from it.
All I said is he's not setting the right example. That's all.
He's not setting the right example, bro. I don't think it's nowadays
having kingship only gets
the right example.
That's just you
got Will Smith. You got Will Smith slapping the shit out of people on stage. I mean, who is setting the right example? You know what I mean? You got fucking. You know what I mean? Like you got. No, but what
I couldn't be Chris Rock, bro. I'd have got out.
One mistake overpowering the
don't slap me.
Career. You know Will Smith. You can't say one mistake overpowered his whole career, which it did.
No fucking one mistake. That nigga walked broad daylights on that fucking stage and bopped the shit out. Had enough time to think consciously.
He did afterwards. He did afterwards. He thought about the shit afterwards.
No, that shit was choreographed. There's a movie. There's a whole movie that he did.
It could have been. It could have been choreographed. But
It is.
I feel like it wasn't. He wasn't thinking.
There's a movie
afterwards he broke down. He broke down crying because of what happened. But then again, okay, you know what? No, never mind.
There's a movie. There's a
I just thought
movie
about
out
how
there
it happened.
that came out 10 years ago that was just like what he did 10 years ago.
Send me that. Send me that.
You cannot tell. I will. You cannot tell me that. It was not choreographed. That shit is choreographed.
Okay. And the only reason why I'm gonna retract my answer a little bit is because the way he slapped him. Like the way he slapped him was kind of weird as fuck. That is just the way he moved. He said,
man. Look, this ain't
like so. I don't know.
Check this out.
I'm gonna be neutral with it and say it might have been choreographed or it could have been real. I'm gonna go neutral with it because it did look a little weird the way he slapped him. He didn't slap him like a nigga would really slap another nigga.
Well, what I'm saying is my whole point was the image, right? It was all about image. You know what I mean? We got basketball players got their fucking wives, parents sleeping with the coaches and shit like that. Steph Curry's family. Like people don't know about all that shit. You get what I mean? So like when you say examples, you're saying examples. This kid's still following that. You know what I mean?
Okay, but most people don't know about the Curry family. They don't know that shit.
Yes, they
all
do.
All know is who Steph Curry
no,
daddy
yes, they do. It was the biggest trending story for like 2 weeks of old girl, his wife, complaining that she wants more attention and shit like that or whatever, that he's here and there and blase. He's getting all this other
it wasn't that big.
Yes, it was, bro. All I'm saying is...
Okay, hold on. Was it as big as LeBron's mama fucking the teammates? It wasn't it wasn't even close to being as big as that.
No, that's because you wasn't. If you're not in the story, like if you was in that story, like if you was like,
listen,
if you started come up on your news feed, hold on. If you started come up on your news feed, then yes, you know what I mean. Like on my shit, like it popped up, like Shade Room and World Star and all these other, you know what I mean, just to like.
But how many people is on that shit that you on
and shit? Huh?
The majority of people have not witnessed it because it wasn't as big of a story. That's like how LeBron's mom
deal with the teammates.
That was a huge. Everybody knew about that shit.
Don't let me shut you down. This shit was on like Entertainment Tonight and all of that shit. This shit was fucking huge. You're crazy.
It wasn't as big, bro. It wasn't as big.
Anyway, the whole point was his wife wanted to feel
like,
wanted.
Anyway,
and that's the whole point. It's like you can have like, what's the greatest image? Like, he's a church dude, right? See, that was supposed to be the whole image of him when he came in. The religious, gospel, that was his brand. And then it started turning a little sour, a little, here and there. And then, you know what I mean? And then there was I saw some like his dad is dating the ex-wife of the coach, and the coach is dating his mom, and blase. You get what I mean? Like,
damn, I ain't heard about that.
Who's really setting a good example? So when we talking about these things, are we really looking at it thoroughly? Who's really setting good examples?
Yeah.
So you won't be mad at him for having 5 baby mamas and being able to take care of them?
Well,
I'm not mad at that.
I'm gonna be rude.
See what I mean?
I'm gonna say it like this.
If you could take care of them, now don't. Hey, wait. Now, what I'm not with is a motherfucker out here just having babies and not taking care of them. That's what I'm not fucking with. Now that's, you know what I mean? That's a whole nother story. Like, I ain't with that shit. I got a podcast for you niggas. But what I am with is a man that's been able to know how to take care of his things, his business, his family. You know what I mean? He's established to a point to where now he can be able to have multiple kids. Some of these women don't want 2 kids, or I don't know what their deal is. I don't know, people. I'm not in their business. I'm just, you know what I mean, talking about what's the trend and talk. And I think it affects how we.
So a man should know how to.
That's why we're able to.
A man should know how to take care of his kids, his business, and everything else, huh? You should know how to.
What's the part of
manage all that, right?
Wait. What's the part of the part of growing as a man and looking at?
I do it. Responsibility. To what my opinion is.
Now hear me. Right? You gotta.
You said I do, but I'm thinking I'm gonna change that. No, I'm just fucking with you.
It's all about kingship. That's what I'm talking about. When a man is able to establish his kingship, he's not like bugging off of so many things that most or the normal person or American may be bugging off of. His problems are bigger problems. He's not worrying about can he put his
That's
child in
because
the
his problem is the queen.
no check. He's not worrying about can he put his child in the best school? Can he give his child the best
That's because he's
teachers?
giving his child the best.
Of course, because he's the whole point is that men at that level, they have set up kingship. Notice spoke of it earlier is what Biz talking about is he set up his kingdom. His kingdom is set up, and now he can be able to flourish and watch the fruits of his labor. And if the man decides to have 4 baby mamas, whether the world or somebody else think it's not, then that's just as great as the LGBT able to push their movement. You get what I mean? Like I look at it as equal. None of it's worse than the other. Right? We all should be politically like we all should let people live and have freedom and do what they do, right? So why is one wrong than the other?
Okay, like you said earlier, though.
Wait.
What if the baby mama don't get along with the? What if one of the baby mamas don't get along with the other
man? A lot of black men will be quick to throw shade at a person like Nick Cannon because that's kind of prevalent in black men and blah blah, right? Because we got that image. But then they wouldn't throw salt over there at the imagery and what's being influenced from the LGBT crowd, right? Because they don't want to get canceled. They don't want to get, oh no, I don't want to touch on that. Oh, I don't want to boom, 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 right?
Those are betas. But
no. And I'm like, no, if you're gonna have the conversation, you got to be able to have the conversation on all boards. I look at it as
I can agree with that.
I'm not going to look at one side and say, oh, well, they're wrong for doing that. And then look at this side and like, well, they're not wrong, but I may not. No, they're not wrong. But I don't. No, y'all cool. Y'all do that. With you. No. Hold on.
No, I agree with you, bro.
Look, y'all do some fucked up shit. But hey, I can't woo. Y'all do some fucked up shit. But hey, I can't woo. I'm cool with everybody. Let's smoke. Have fun. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, what I do personally is my business and should be an influence and an effect on the people that I influence and that follows the movement, that follows my vision, that understands like, okay, yes.
But if you're a huge celebrity, you don't have a choice but to uphold a certain image, bro. Because how huge
you're not. No, see, that's the point. See,
no,
that's what I'm saying.
Because of how huge you are.
Change it. No. How you go? No, that's nice. That's thinking in the 60s. That's thinking in the 70s. That's some 1987 thinking.
So if you influence, if you
man, how you wait. How we gonna have this thought about abortion laws? Wait.
If you influence 1.3 million people, you mean to tell me that you can still do what the fuck you want? You can fuck up, you do all kind of shit if they following you and doing what you do.
That's not freedom. That's not freedom.
Because a lot of people are followers, bro. We don't have there's not a lot of leaders.
Is that freedom?
There's not a people that's leaders and don't follow. The majority of people, especially this generation, they're mostly follow. It is freedom.
It is? That's freedom?
Are you talking about upholding a certain standard? No, it's not freedom. No.
Okay, that's my point. Wait. Stop.
Season tonight. Pretend there's no fairy godmother around you recording Cinderella off to the ball.
I'm gonna need you to bring your other co-host back.
Look,
I'm gonna need you to bring your co-host back. Where's she at? Bring her back. I want to hear her opinion.
No, check this out. See, this is why we literally contradict ourselves in our points and our statements because we can say, yeah, that's freedom and they should have the freedom. That's freedom and they should have the freedom to do that, right? But no, he shouldn't have the freedom to do that. He shouldn't be able to do that. But then, how is that?
Okay, I see what you're trying to say. I'm gonna say it this way. This is just my opinion, though. I feel it should be. You have the freedom to do what the fuck you want, but when you're upheld by a certain geographic, I feel that you don't really have that freedom to be in public like that. You have to uphold yourself because you have so many people that's following you and trying to do. If you're gonna lead the youth, you have to lead them correctly. You can't say, "Well, fuck it, it's my life and I got freedom. I'm just gonna do it." Bro, okay,
tell
hold
Nipsey Hussle that. Tell Nipsey Hussle that when he slapped old boy at the award show.
Nipsey changed himself and started doing a lot more. Don't just use that one little situation. Nipsey changed himself.
No. He did it a couple of times, bro. What I'm showing you is that
no.
What I'm showing you is that
Nipsey changed from the gangbang world,
no more, bro.
And then start telling people not to do. Like, come on, bro. Nipsey went into starting teaching. Nipsey changed from all that.
When nobody you miss what I'm saying. It's
you can't just say about what Nipsey did because of that one little shit.
That wasn't.
He didn't turn out like that, bro.
Hey, stop. Slow down.
Hey, did he have a full beard?
It wasn't one time, my guy.
Did he have a full beard, or was that nigga?
Bro,
or is he fully shaved?
Bro.
We know what time when Nipsey started really changing and went full-fledged.
Listen. It was not one time, my guy. To be real with you. And what I'm showing you is that artists, celebrities are not what you think. These cats are going to slap the shit out of somebody that walk up on them. Whether you think that's uphold some type of, you know what I mean, card or whatever. No, that's not. I gotta withhold myself just because I'm showing off. You know what I mean? I got millions of followers. I gotta uphold myself. But this motherfucker want to come slap the shit out of me. Fuck no.
In his defense, he was still growing. Before he died, he had already realized the shit he was doing.
Say that to Dave Chappelle when old boy ran up on the stage on Dave Chappelle.
Hey, that was that nigga fault.
So you can't. We can't do that.
His ass did something different. Dave Chappelle didn't jump in it though. He did run after a little bit, but Dave Chappelle didn't.
Watch yourself. You know he did.
Come on. When old boy was getting stomped out, Dave Chappelle was like, "Well, fuck it. Look, I'm gonna keep the show going." He getting stomped out right now.
So don't tell me cats is gonna hold up that.
But if you're attacked, that's different. That does not change your image. Because you're being attacked.
Hey,
but if you just out there, I'm just gonna walk up on a nigga and slap him.
Okay, so where we
we're
talking about is
or somebody asked for an autograph and you slap him.
Wait. Let me get the audience up to speed where we're talking about. Where me and Walt is debating that is the fact that we were talking about the abortion, and I think that it should be held at people. It should be given to people that goes through. He's in the back office. It should be people that goes through some type of victimization that goes through that. But when we went over the statistics, and there was a majority of women that were having abortions just because. So, and my ruling of that was that's being abused, like, you know what I mean. But people should have their own views, right? Throughout the conversation, we're up to our speed right now is where we're talking about Nick Cannon, where Nick Cannon has multiple baby mamas. And I said, well, because they're all saying Nick Cannon's wrong. I said, well, if you guys feel that that's freedom and look at Nick Cannon as wrong, then that must not be the true freedom. I mean, we can, one can be better than the other. So just to bring you guys up to speed, that's just where we at, Gas Mask Tribe TV.
Okay,
Park.
and to keep y'all up to speed, let me correct that. Neither me or Noda said he was wrong. We said he has to uphold an image. It wasn't good that he was just spreading his seed because of his image.
Did.
And because of the young that follows him.
Wrong.
I'm not saying
that's wrong, having multiple spreading your seeds, or you just spreading your seeds around here.
Back in.
Okay. Period. How could you look at him as wrong?
You're not about to say that.
Wait. How could you look at him as wrong and then look at a woman who is not been victimized?
Matter of fact, bring your other co-host back in too. I need her back.
Oh man.
Yes, I need them both back. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back, notice. Thank you for bringing him back. Now I'm gonna need her back too. Because no, you're not about to do this. Oh, go ahead, notice.
I'm about to drill it. You muted.
Really?
You muted.
Get it. For me?
What are you saying?
My whole point was, how could we look at, we're trying to hold up to the standard, which we know that standard is not realistic. That's not really true freedom, right?
Who?
Right. If we're trying to hold them up to the standard, that's not really true freedom, right?
No, it's not true. You're right.
Okay. All right. But the women they should be able to have, that's freedom.
Yes. Do you want a direct answer?
Yeah.
I think I was very clear. I said he has the freedom to do whatever he wants. I don't believe that he is holding a good example for his kids. That's all. Like, regardless of it, he can go out there and lay 50 fucking baby mamas at the end of the day. When it comes down to it, is that a good example? What is the end result?
I think
what is it doing to
society?
Love
him, bro.
What is it doing to the world? Other than
I speak positivity,
his own personal gain. Like, fine.
I speak positivity. His family is going to have a great life. His kids are going to have a great, awesome dad.
They're going to have a hard life.
I don't negate
how society
is
going to give.
I think their morals of tradition and culture will be fucked up because they will not
Ain't nobody following tradition no more, bro. Come on, bro. We got abortion.
There is a lot of people that follow
that
tradition.
Ain't good. It is a lot.
America.
It's not a lot, but it's a lot.
Talking about America. You're talking about America. Now, okay, in America, what I'm saying in America, not outside of America, what does it do? And then even outside of America, it influences the ones that it just doesn't like. Sure, like there's outside of America, there's so many guys that they marry 15-year-olds. I've seen them online. They're in Iraq and all that shit. They're marrying 15-year-old girls. So
I'm talking about here. I ain't see. You see when you
you're right, because their limits are like 14 or some shit.
In our nutshell,
that's to me. See, like let's stop. The reason why I like to stay on America because I can deal with that. The shit that happens outside of America, that should be some egregious shit, and it's hard for me to talk about because I just do not agree with people at a young age, and I don't know. That just like. It just, I don't like that.
You know what I mean? I get what your standpoint is, but
that's why I stay in America.
There's a lot of influence, though. There's a lot of influence outside of America that happens inside of America. The influence happens inside America. And my thing is this. My thing is inside of America, right? Inside of society, what is he really creating that is substantial? Or what is he representing or showing an example of that is substantial in America, that you can create babies? Everybody knows that. Anybody that's poor, rich, know they can create a baby.
My bad. All
right, let me not play devil's advocate, but I just gotta say something. At the end of the day, it's all about what you do for your people, right? How do you put? Now, a person can be like the most worst baby daddy, you know what I mean? But he always was there for his community, you know what I mean? Type like Martin Luther King type shit, right? Whatever. I don't know, whatever. But you can't negate the good that the person is, and that's what I'm saying. Whether we want to look at the image and he's setting a bad image, and that's not it's not up to us to uphold. I used to look at P. Diddy as like, you know what I mean, like the number one producer to sought after, right? And he uphold a bad image and baby, you know what I mean?
Name one or Name one or two good things that Nick Cannon has done.
Oh man, he's like came down. Wait. He's came down here. He shot a movie over in Inglewood, right? And he's given
Hold on.
Oh, they gave what?
For that part, I can go ahead and vouch for Nick Cannon. He has done a lot, bro. He has done. He did fed certain neighborhoods. He done went to the projects and fed people. Like he done some.
The dude does his shit.
Community, not just for San Diego, not just for where he's from. He done it for LA.
Right. Okay. Now
he did a lot for LA.
The dude does his thing.
Now name something. Okay, fine. Now name something that his kids would do.
What his kids
All right,
would
I'm out
do?
of this one.
What his kids would do?
I'm out of this one, bro.
His kids are the future. So that's what he's laying down. They're going to be the ones that uphold his legacy, if you will. It's not going to be the wives, or excuse me, the baby mamas. It's going to be them. So are his kids coming in? Are they creating foundations because they can? Are they creating do you know them to be like part of the society and they're giving back to the society?
His kids are young, bro. Like they're young. They're like under one digits. Like can they grow up to be a kid first?
I guess so. Yeah, I'm not saying that. Yeah, I guess my question would be to like in future tense, like will they be able to lay down? You know what I mean?
Hey, we thought Biggie Small's son would come and take the game, and you know what I mean. He's still working it. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean. But he still live on his dad legacy. Everybody know that's Biggie's son. You get what I mean? So it's like we could want our kids to do that.
So his oldest child is 11, and he got a 5-year-old and then 1-year-old and blah blah blah. You're right. So 11 at 11, I can't expect too much, but like in his realm, I would be like, like at 11, my guy, you should be opening foundations. Like, yeah, you should. You should be having like the moral standpoint of foundation.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Yes.
Man, at 11, man, you better be trying to figure out what dope sport you want to be great at or schooling work.
I'm only going to agree with that if the parent has that kind of money. If you're in poverty, I'm not going to agree with it.
Unless the kid is into that, most likely is not likely to happen. Like most kids is at 11.
That kind of money. If you got that kind of money,
look,
age 11, that's already tall.
Look, I've been showing my daughter this 12-year-old white girl, right? This 12-year-old white girl made wristbands. She made $12 million off of it, right? She came up with her own business, came up with her own little thing, and her parents aren't rich. They are not rich family, right? They needed money. They sold their house and they moved to India or something. And while she kept flying back and forth, she learned that people like wristbands. So she ended up making these wristbands and started making dope money off of just crazy money. I showed my daughter at 9 years old. I was showing her this, right? Just trying to inspire her to like, you know what I mean? And she likes playing games. She likes, you know what I mean? Like we can influence and put them around.
Biz. Let me ask you this. I mean? How many people actually make and sell wristbands? And then how many people actually made, hold on. And how many people actually made money from it?
A lot of people, bro.
Not a lot of people. A lot made, but a lot didn't make money from it.
Whether you want to take the risk.
Made them. Look,
check. Whether you want to nick and pick and be petty and take the wristband out of the whole story and not listen to the fact that it was the inspiration that you were trying to influence your child to just be around, think of something
and they didn't do it.
You know what I mean? And they, you know what I mean? Dude, I kids around musicians all the time. You get what I mean? I can't force them to do something that I just see. I'm not going to do that.
That's true.
I'm supposed to like guy.
I completely understand where you come from. I think you have an unorthodox way of thinking because you are an entertainer. I think you have a real unorthodox way of thinking. That's fine, and I disagree with it to a certain extent. Other parts, I do highly agree with it. At the same time, it's when it comes down to it, when we talk about building society, when we talk about building unity, I cannot openly advocate for a person of Nick Cannon's statue to be saying like you are conducively bringing forth the upbringing of Black society or any society. All you're doing is spreading your wealth with your kids.
Only thing that I
can notice that nigga went into journalism just now. Who needed a journalism degree?
Only thing I can see is that. Look, only thing I can see is
professional as fuck on that one.
Only thing I can see that is not helping in the community is Black people are only 13%, right? We're only 13% of the country or something like that. 13.
How much is Nick Cannon?
Some shit like that. And wait. Hold on. Before y'all start, like,
right.
You know, I know I'm a gaslighter, but look, check this out. We only 13%.
I know where he's going with it.
More, right?
I think I know where he's going with it.
And
I might end up.
I can if you guys was thinking in the population way, like how it hurts our community, then yeah, because it's not expanding
my camera on for this
Black race, right?
I think I know where he's going.
And I mean, I have a mixed wife, you know what I mean, so I get it, you know what I mean. And so I'm just being straight real. You know what I mean? And a lot of people may like that's unorthodox for you to like say something like that when you're, you know, you have a biracial kids. You get what I mean? But it's true. If he's out here and he's like, you know what I mean, having the biggest women to have his kids by, I can understand how Black women or other women, whether politically correct or not, can see how that is hurting the Black community because it's not bringing on, like, you know what I mean? It's not bringing on that melanin. It's more so.
It's not establishing.
You know what I mean? And
most of those women are hurt women, so they don't count.
Who?
Sure.
Who?
The one speaking on Nick Cannon, bro.
Opinions, yeah.
Most of them are hurt women, bro.
But
so they don't count.
No. I'm not gonna say that. See, wait. See, y'all biased. See, I look at both sides. No. Wait. I'm not saying all those women that were making that statement were scoring women. They were, you know, I mean, a lot of them weren't. A lot of them were married, or
most of them were.
You know, look, all I'm saying is I can understand their view, right? I could truly understand about the abortion thing. My views is my views. But I could truly understand, right? Because that's your body, right? You know, that's your body, right? You should be able to do what you want to do with your body. And I get that, right? That's the only part I'm saying here. I just see both sides. I see how women who are not scoring or who may be scoring, right? Who are saying like it's not prolonging. Most Black women that talk like that are not scoring or single because they understand about Black men. They understand about Black men. Like they are most likely to be with Black men. They understand about
the ones that talk good about them. You saying
right? Or the ones that look, man, you being biased. I don't want to look at one side.
It's not being biased, bro.
I don't want to look at one
biased.
side.
Look, listen, it's not being biased. What is one of the number one topics of today? Black men ain't shit.
Not really.
And that's been one of the number one topics for the past few years.
What is the number one? What is the number
what is
one?
One
no,
of.
What is the number one aggravation of Black women of century? Is that what you're saying? Not the number one topic of today. It's not the number one topic today. but it is one of the forefronts of why Black women do what they do. Sure, yes, I would agree with you, but not the number one topic. That they can give a fuck. Look, at this point, they can give a fuck less. Women feel empowered. So
yeah,
this is why.
But
this is why
on social media, it is being spoken of saying you see this all like too much, where they're speaking about Black men.
Hey, I really think that really makes
that's been spoken about a lot.
Not abortion. When it comes to abortion, that's a whole
no. Oh no, not abortion. I ain't speaking on that.
But even that we talking about like even that we talking about like Nick Cannon, right? We're talking about Nick Cannon like doing something that let's be real and let's be clear. Look, when we come to Nick Cannon, all three of us give a fuck whether he put his dick where, right? He can care less.
Would he be wrong if he said all the girls can go get abortions?
Huh?
Would he be wrong if he said all of them to go get abortions? Would he be wrong then?
Absolutely.
That he told if he told them that they can, or he told them
get an
to
abortion.
do it.
Yes, he'd be fucking wrong. He'd be fucking wrong.
Do it. It's their choice. Most likely they're gonna keep it, but it's their choice, their body, their choice.
If he
told them that was their choice,
he went there and plugged them every single time. That's the problem.
Look, if he told them it was their choice, I wouldn't fault him. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't be wrong at all. Because he gave them a choice. Now, if he just said it straight out, go get an abortion. It's like, come on, bro.
Right, but if she just wait.
Come on.
What? Whether he gave them a choice or not, he would be wrong. Whether he gave them a choice or not, he would be wrong.
How he giving? How?
Are you talking? Hold on.
Wait,
Walter. We gotta specify it, bro. You gotta specify it because notice might be speaking on in a certain fucking situation. Are we speaking on just because of his image, or he be wrong for?
Okay, so let's be clear. First of all, he can't give them a choice, but he can speak for his side of the choice, right? If that matters, right? He go, hey, look, I don't care about none of them babies I plugged into you. Go ahead, right? You can go and abort all them babies. He would be right in his freedom of what he wants. In my belief, the nigga would be wrong in where he stands for how
it's her body.
No.
Okay, hold on. So what if she said Nick Cannon?
Stop. Let me finish my fucking statement. I haven't even finished. Okay. So if he said that and he did that, now if he goes and he tells them, hey, I want to have the baby. Like if he tells them, no, do not have the baby. Boom. That is his choice, right? That's his freedom. But how he performed and how he acted amongst these women would be very irresponsible. And I would say, then nigga, you have thrown up your choice. You have thrown up your choice. After the second woman, I would say second woman. Your choice is invalid at that particular point. Invalid.
Bro, you move, bro.
I didn't move the goalpost.
Okay, what if he said, "Oh, you're pregnant"? Okay, let me know. I'm gonna pay for everything. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make sure you get taken care of until you had a baby, and I'm gonna take care of the baby. But she says, "Hell no, I want to get rid of this motherfucker. I ain't having this shit." Does that still put him in the wrong position? Because she wanted to get away.
She didn't want it.
Because she didn't want it.
Neither did he, and neither did he.
No, what if he said yes? He wanted.
He did. Right?
Oh, he wanted it, and she didn't want it.
She didn't. Yeah.
Exactly. Would that still make him wrong?
Or her wrong?
See, I believe that is the contradictory on so many levels, and also
He running!
Hey,
he running!
No,
I'm not running. I'm being real. Let me
no,
give you
no. It ain't contradicting. You know why?
No. Look.
Just think about this. This motherfucker fucked about 1,000 motherfucking women. Think about how many really did get pregnant and ain't saying shit and got rid of that motherfucker. because they didn't want nobody to know.
I can't negate that. I can't negate that. What I'm
A
saying
lot of
is
they didn't want nobody to know.
this. Look, take it how you
Think about
want.
the married
This is
bitches
what I'm
that
saying.
he
Take it how you
fucked.
want.
He done fucked some married bitches, bro.
This is what I'm
He
saying.
done fucked some married women.
Look,
And them
I'm
bitches
saying
do not want their husband to know.
I'm
Okay, go ahead.
saying
My bad.
I'm saying simply this. When it comes down to it, if both parties come to an agreement that they do not want it, they came into a union and they had sex and they had a kid, I don't agree with any party disagreeing with that baby being born. Let me make that clear. I do not agree with any party saying, you know what, I was irresponsible. We should not have this kid. I don't agree with that. Period, point blank. Now that that's out the way, now if it came into the party and one decided out the other, you already know my answer. You were irresponsible. That has nothing to do on it. Is that your right? Is it your right? Absolutely. I believe in freedom. I also believe in freedom. I believe utterly most freedom. So can you do it? Sure. Do it. Fine. I'm not going to take away your freedom because your life, what you eat, does not make me shit, and you have to deal with God, not me. Right. I don't have to. No. Let me finish. I don't have to deal with God at the end of the day. You do. And when you have to deal with that, that is on you. That is on y'all. That is on y'all unionship and y'all civil matter. But when it comes to like a woman's health and like she can't have a baby because like she's gonna die or something like that, that goes without saying. But when it comes to like you guys are just not financially ready, you're too young, or you didn't make the right decision, you should not be having sex if you didn't want the consequences. You can't tell me I could go in the store, shoot a person, and be like, "Oh, well, you can't go in the store and shoot people. Oh, well, we're gonna pass a law because you know you shoot a person, you just can't. You don't deal with the consequences. Fuck that. You deal with the consequences. If it comes to be where you have been into a okay, God. It comes to be when you come to a certain level of things where you don't understand, like where you just don't, you know what I mean? Like it's out of your control. It's out of your control. You get raped, you get this and that. That's fine. Okay, we get that. We understand that. But when it comes to unionship,
I would agree.
Let him finish.
When it comes to unionship, period, point blank. I don't believe any party has the okay to play God. I just don't believe it.
So check.
Whether you're creating or you're demolishing. Period.
So I'm
saying,
wait. If I decide with you and I say, you know what, I'm with you having a child, I take care of everything, don't worry about it. And she's like, no, I don't want to. Cool. I'm just not liable. You know what I mean? I'm just not liable. Blah for what happens next. You know, whatever happens, that's on you. You do you.
Wash your hands.
Hey, woo, right?
Yeah, wash your hands.
Wash my hands with it. That should be a clean slate, right? But that's too mean. That's too. You wrong for that. You should be able to still be with me and blah. No, we're not talking about all of that. What we're talking about, you want to take something away that I wouldn't mind cherishing and making something out of this. You get what I mean? But she wants to. It's her by your choice. I think that's what my whole thing is. You have men that literally would want. What about them? Is that like still her? It's her body, so I stand. Hey, you know what I mean? That's the way
are not a concern. You gotta understand that we are not a concern, bro. Like when it comes to the man, we're not a concern to this to society like that. Not when it comes to that.
Right. Women, baby, and women, baby, and puppies. That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like we're not a concern at all. It doesn't matter what we want. We could want the child all we want to, but that ain't our choice.
No, you're right.
But if we don't
in this day and time,
baby, no. But if we don't want that baby, like that ain't our choice either. But we're looked at so badly for it.
Okay, so check this out. check this out. Another one. And what if you do want the child and she does that? I think there should be some repercussions on that because that's typically
It should be.
half of me,
It should.
half of
It
you.
should be.
There should be some repercussions there.
It should be, but it's not. The man is always going to be looked at as bad when it comes to that.
At the end of the day, this is what freedom and the courts and everything was established for, so we can be able to decide those certain things, whether they work greatly or not. Whether they hear me out, whether they work greatly or not. This is what those things were established for.
Nigga, I bet money, bro. If you start putting that shit in there where she's liable, if he wants to have the child and you're liable to do some type of time or scrutiny behind this, and
But he has to have a statement.
Wait. There will be a lot less sex going on. Wait, there'll be a lot less sex going on.
Hey, look. Hey, look. I will say this.
Or there'll be a lot more condoms being used.
Look. I will say this. Because of this law, there's gonna be a lot of niggas ain't fucking. They ain't none of these niggas going raw dog.
It's not stopping fucking, bro.
Ain't no niggas doing raw dog.
Niggas is not.
They either not gonna go.
Hey, look.
Condom, or they not fucking.
Man itself would not give a fuck about those laws. I'm gonna tell you right now.
No, some men. But most of these niggas will be like, "Oh, no, I can't have that problem."
I would have to say most men. Hey, I would have to say most niggas is still gonna fuck. You know what I mean? Like, think about it. Like, think about it. Big girls is getting love. There ain't no shortage. Ain't no shortage of dick with big girls. They still.
You know what it will do? You know what it will do? You know what it will do? It will raise. It will raise child support. That's what it will do. Raise child support substantially. That's what it will do. It'll raise like, hey, nigga.
Hey, child support. Do you know child support is not government? That's actually a private company.
It's a state thing. Yeah, I know.
No, it's not a state thing either. They're a private company, bro. They're contracted.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had
to look some shit up, and that's the only reason why I say that.
Hey, you know what I thought was wrong?
I went through.
Deep, my guy.
What I thought was wrong? We're gonna end this podcast, but you know what I thought was wrong that I would kind of look at man bad about is that this dude was trying to fight the fact that he had consensual sex with this woman. They've been knowing each other for quite a while. She got pregnant. She wanted to have the kid, and he didn't. He was like, well, since it's equal rights, then if I don't want to have no parts of the child, then I shouldn't have to pay for child support, and you should be able to, because I didn't agree to this anyway. And I kind of looked at that, and I was like, since we all making decisions here, and I didn't agree until I'm like, damn, the motherfucker kind of got a point though. Like, since it's such an equal opportunity, then we should equally make a decision on this.
Like, you know what?
Wait. Since it's your body and your choice, then I should be able to make a decision if I want to take care of the child.
I would agree.
And I was like,
I would agree.
I can agree to it. Like I said earlier, I'm against abortions, but if that's a woman's choice, that's her choice, whatever. But if the man do not want to take care of that child and she chooses to have it anyway, I don't think it should fall back on him. I don't at all. I don't think child support should be hitting him for it.
But then again, that would be contradictory of what I say as far as responsibility. Responsibility. So my thing is,
true.
My thing is, there should be a cap on your responsibility. I don't think a man should be fully responsible if she decides she wants to take care of the kid. I think he should be held responsible to a degree. If he was like, lay down with a woman, you should be held accountable in some degree, not full degree.
I can agree to that.
Yeah, and that degree is a decision making.
if it's not a joint effort, like if it's not going to be a joint effort on the child's behalf, that you're going to be a full father and you're going to be a full mother, doesn't matter. Like, regardless of the standpoint,
Look,
then you will be held to a certain degree, not a full degree, but a certain degree, and that's where it lies. It sucks, but that's how Travis South works. That's how fucking laws work. It's not all the time going to work to the full extent, and because of that, it's because there's so many different variables. So with natural law and with society as it stands, so many different variables out there, you have to have some kind of law boundary or some kind of risque boundary of who's going to think what, because we're not going to appease everybody. You're just not. So when you're not going to appease everybody, this is the standard law. And for everybody that falls in the gray area, this is where you reside, and that's the law. So I still stick with
that. Like you said, I agree, but I don't agree. I don't agree at all. I'm like, we should have equal choice. If you want equal rights, it's equal choice.
If
we're gonna take this ruling as your body, you know what I mean? Cool.
Equal choice results in evolution overall. It results in madness. It results in chaos overall between the men of right and wrong. When it comes to men and women, when it comes down to right, it is your right and you're wrong. You're wrong and you're right. So at the end of the day, everybody's gonna feel like you're right and you're wrong, and it's equal or it's equal. So at the end of the day, it needs to be a law. Yes, there is.
You know that.
So who law is bigger, the man or the woman? The man?
Obviously, the woman.
No.
The woman. You crazy?
Well, according to society, the woman is.
The what?
According to society, the woman's word is more than the man.
I'll say this and then I'm out of here. Look, when it comes down to it, regardless of who's right and who's wrong, who wants what and who doesn't want what, there needs to be boundaries set abroad. Whether those boundaries go into the red line or the black line, whether they go into the gray area or they go into the white or the black. Those things are governed by the people and governed by the individuals that we see so fit elected to govern these things. That's why we have government. That's what we're not talking about.
We're not talking about that though. We're not talking about the actual structure of the laws and how it works. No, we're not. We're not.
Talking about for that.
No, we're talking about the man who decides and says, you know what? Since you can have
it's out of their
body and all of that, and I don't have no choice.
I think it should be a law. Look. I think it should be a law saying if the man says from the beginning that he don't want it, I think it should be a law saying that if a woman decides to have it when that man doesn't, then he would not be responsible.
Look,
but at the same time, I do think he should have take some type of responsibility to take care of them.
In the United States, it's too many variables.
Not for what the fucking
sit there and there's too many variables. It's too many variables. So when you have a clusterfuck of variables, what do you do with a clusterfuck of variables? You have to break it down until it makes sense. That's the only thing you do with it. You can't sit there and just down there left or right. You can't do that.
Yes, it is. It's either left or right. I don't understand that. How do you go? Wait, how do you drive down the street and not see that there's a left and right turn either way?
It's not that simple. For you, it may be in your mind, yeah, but in society, it's not that simple. For me, it may be that simple. Yeah, it's not. But you have other people that want to be men that are women. You have other people out there that's women that be men. There's so many different variables out there right now today that is just chaotic. So with those variables, we need to establish what is and what isn't. And that's the bottom
Bro,
line.
bring it back. What I'm talking about is the man should have a choice, just like the woman have the choice in the matter. All right, so that's not like that's not anything that's a rocket science. You know what I mean? Like I don't think how the laws and structure. That's not my expertise. I'm not in law. You get what I mean? All I know is what's coming across the tables is something that just doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? It's like they have more rights, whether we like it or not. Right? They have more rights, so it's cool. Men ain't out here protesting and trying to say, "Oh no, we need to have more men." You know what I mean? More men rights, and men ain't doing that. You know what I mean? We're not doing none of that.
Men should have a complete control over women's body, whether they do it left or right. That's my saying. And now, should we have some saying as a father, as a husband? I believe we should. As a father and a husband, that somebody that wants to do something correct, I believe we should. But as an individual, just being like, yo, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Well, that is a discussion that is up to grabs, and we cannot just simply cannot water that down to one man's opinion. We just cannot, or 10 men's opinion, or 100 men's opinion. We just cannot, or 1,000 men's opinion, or 1,000,000. We just cannot water it down to just these men's.
We're not watering it down. We're just saying.
Hey. To your comment, to the comment that you put up, I agree with them.
I do. I agree with. I do not.
Yeah. At the end of the day, 80-year-old white men should not be making.
I do not agree with
the newer
that.
Generation.
I don't agree with that.
I don't think it should make a choice for the newer generation.
Should be making choices, but I do think they should have some insight. You cannot tell me they should.
They can have some insight, but they shouldn't be making the choices for them.
It should be to the younger generation, sure. But this is the problem with that younger generation.
I don't think so.
Sorry, depending on what generation you're talking about. But if you're talking about 30, 20, 40, 50, like it really depends on who you're talking about. See, it does. So you go from 80 to 20. I think an 80-year-old, I'll pick an 80-year-old decision every day over a 20-year-old decision. But if you're talking about
but how many 80-year-olds are fucked?
Huh? What?
How many 80-year-olds are actually fucked in the head?
That's regardless.
It's a lot, bro.
Fuck them. No,
it's a lot of them that's done for.
There's a lot of 70-year-olds, but not a lot of 80-year-olds.
Honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up.
There are a lot of 70-year-olds.
I'm gonna tell y'all straight up.
Like,
the newer
generation. I'll take 10 years off, nigga.
Look, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. The newer generation is sensitive as fuck.
They
can't fucking take a joke.
Bro.
They can't fucking take criticism. They can't fucking take no.
That is honest.
You know what I mean? They're soft. So should they?
You getting canceled?
80 men? No, but they are. They know that. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody like
they go. No, we're not, B. We're very strong.
Business when he says that, I believe they're soft too. But I also believe because of their future, they do have some correct way of speaking, and they have a correction to the old thinking. There's new way of thinking, and there's old way of thinking. And old way of thinking sometimes doesn't, majority of times doesn't work. New way of thinking generally prevails.
Yeah, but see, the only problem is, see, this is why I'm glad I grew up with the older ones. You know why? Because the only problem is that y'all missing is that look, the reason why I say this is because there's things that the older generation have done that set place that if the quote unquote younger ones at that time were to do it, we'll probably be fucked off, right? Like there's just certain things you learn as you grow. There's a reason why you can't be 25 years old and become president. There's a reason why they have a listing. Like you got to be at least mid or late 40s or something like that.
35,
right?
35. Yeah.
So there's a reason for that. You know what I mean? And most of them don't get in there till they're like, I think Obama was the youngest one. You get what I mean? Like, so it takes time. Like, we have to learn things along the way. So if you take the younger generation, you put them in a position to like what can they pull from? Who can they learn from? Who can they get advice from? Like, they wouldn't know where to get that shit from because they're in a position of power to make the choice.
Because they're getting their advice from somebody that's older. That's why they can't
see, sometimes like we have to, you're right, but there's sometimes we have to see that there's an emotional attachment to certain things. There's experiences and things that we go through. Like, there's a certain reason why a detective is a detective and gets stripes like in this company or in the police department of years and years from the first year to the first year to the 10 years. You get what I mean? Like, it takes time for you to get to that point to become higher up in the, I mean, I don't know. I'm not in the police department world, but I know that it takes
great on any company. It doesn't matter.
It's levels to the shit. You know what I mean? So that's
always levels to the shit.
Fucking Walmart and expect to be the manager, nigga. You gotta be the first. You gotta be the greeter. You gotta be the customer service representative.
So that's what I'm saying. So if you can't take someone who just walked into the company and put them in a manager position, that just wouldn't be, if they have no experience in that. And a lot of the young kids don't have
not orthodox.
Yeah, it's like they don't have any experience in that realm. So like,
my sister, brother was all managers and all that stuff. You still don't know.
Right. So I do. So with this comment, like, that's why I looked at it different, because I do look at the older folks as being something that we can, not everything we do is good and great, whatever. But just like the younger ones, not everything the younger ones do is good and great. That's the, you know what I mean? But what we're looking at is, yes, like it's like a wedding. You need something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. So, those are the things that like keeps everything gelled together. And that's why we're able to move and sustain and learn from our old, elders, and learn from different things that they went through and different things that they could show us on how to maneuver through different things or whatever. If you didn't have those fuckers there, then how would you even know how to manage this shit? You know what it'd be like if I let my kids run my house, decisions in my house. You get what I mean? Like,
the only thing that we should take is what they. Only thing that we should take from it is what they did wrong. We should correct. You know what I'm saying? What they did wrong, we correct. We learn from what they did wrong. What they did right, we can keep going. So for what they did wrong, and trust me, from all these years, they have done a lot of shit wrong.
No, I just think that there's this. I think there's a certain group of people that's
a lot of shit wasn't done wrong in government.
There's a lot of
shit wasn't done wrong in government.
42. Yeah, that's what it is. 42. I thought it was 45, but it's 42. Yeah. Oh, youngest. I'm sorry. Theodore Roosevelt was the youngest president at 42. I thought Obama was.
Obama took it.
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was, but I guess I'm wrong. Y'all can check that. Yeah, we're gonna filter it out, people. We go, you know what I mean? It takes what? We got the internet, motherfucker. So
Obama took the record for the youngest president.
I thought it was Obama, but I don't know.
It was Obama. It was Obama. Obama took the record for the youngest president.
Theodore. Yeah. Theodore Roosevelt. I'm pretty sure he looked it up.
Oh yeah, it was Theodore.
Theodore Roosevelt is the first youngest president at 42 years old.
Yeah, first youngest.
That's because he succeeded somebody. Yeah.
No, he's the youngest. He was the youngest president.
Yeah, because he succeeded the assassination of William McKinley.
Right.
William McKinley got assassinated, and then he became the president. He was vice president.
Hey, so don't throw salt on the nigga fire. Damn.
I'm not throwing salt. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm fucking with you.
That's what happened.
He only became president because of the nigga died. All right.
Well, still, it's a levels of the game, right? Still, assistant manager or manager died. Okay, become manager.
Well, you're right. I just had to look that shit up. Obama was not.
It's been a great podcast.
He must have been the second or something.
He
was not the youngest.
filter out that bug.
Obama was 47.
After hours, yeah, I won. I need.
Man, this was good, man. I think we already had the after hours, man. I think we went into the after hours and all of that, man. You know, all that good stuff. But thank you guys, man.
I already started smoking doing it, so I figured it was after hours anyway.
Yeah. But thank you guys so much, man. Really appreciate you guys. You know what I mean? And Obama was 47. That's what it was. Gang.
I'm gonna need your other co-host to stay in. You know what I'm saying? So I want to hear her opinions. I like her. She's good. She fits good with y'all.
Okay. This is Gas Mask Tribe TV podcast. We fit out that bug. Gang.